Oh shit. I didn't I didn't realize how long I had that shit on waiting. That shit it really felt like I was just it really felt like I was just like going for like 15 minutes, bro. I was like, let me clean up a little bit before I get started. I was like, hold on, this shit been on for 25 minutes. Damn. The hell was I doing? Mm. I guess I didn't expect a big turnout tonight or any turnout because I didn't really put a warning out that I was going to do a show, a stream tonight. But I didn't do one last week, or at least not a YouTube stream. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure I try to get one in before the end of the week because I'm not going to want to do it during the middle of the week. So I said, let's hop on. Welcome to the Chad Marco YouTube Neat and Chill stream. I'm your host, Chad Marco. Let me just make sure everything is right before we neat and chill. All right. We're having some drop frames too. I wonder if we're having drop frames. I shouldn't be surprised though. Whatever. We'll be alright. We'll be okay. We'll get through it. I'm still figuring out the bells and whistles of this new computer. Let me just get something real quick. How you guys doing? Red Knight, welcome to the stream. Hellbreaker, Lee Fisher, welcome to the motherfucking stream. We in here, bitch. We doing bad shit, nigga. Hold up. Let me see. Yeah, this will make it a bit easier for me. Chat Marco is live. Oh my god. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing well? You had a great week? This week went by so fast. It's already what, Sunday? Damn, man. I used to always say cuz people be like, "Oh, time goes by so fast and this and that." I feel like over the course of like years, it doesn't really feel like that, but week by week, it definitely feels like it goes by really fast nowadays. I kind of look at the days like Monday through Thursday, right? Let's try to be productive, then have some fun on the weekend, and then before you know it, the weekend is there. It's like, damn, I didn't really do enough, right? And by the time the weekend pops up, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I just be thinking about chilling and doing the wrong shit. But here we are, neat and chilling. This episode is called what? Mad Lads. So I wanted to do some research into the so-called race war going on in the UK or Britain. And so I'll be looking at some articles and going on Twitter, maybe some 4chan posts and whatnot, just trying to dig into that, see what the hell is going on. I'm sure it will be very interesting and very insightful. We're going through some very interesting times. There just seems to be more and more turmoil, division, strangeness going on, right? you know, I keep thinking about that scene in the Evil Dead, the Evil Dead remake. And I gotta clip that shit. I gotta clip that shit out because it's so perfect. But it's a scene where by this point the demon has possessed one of their friends and has been doing some fucked up shit. And things are getting bad. And then the main character is like, everything's gonna be fine. And then the other guy, the more pessimistic guy, is like, everything's gonna be fine. I don't know if you realize this, but everything has been getting worse by the second. And then the demon girl comes in there with the shotgun. That's how I feel, bro. It seemed like shit just getting worse and worse, right? In different ways. Not like it's not getting worse in the sense of like food shortages, like we can't eat or shit like that, but in more like, I don't know if I say subtle ways, but like you just get this sense like we're headed towards like disaster of some sorts, And a lot of people feel like World War III is probably like right around the corner. You know, I've been hearing rumblings of Iran talking about, officially backing uh, Palestinians and Hamas due to the genocide in Gaza. And then I've heard that there was. Let me make sure. Like I saw this thing that said that there were American military ships. Let me see if I got this right. American ships. Let me see if I got this right. Yeah, U.S. sends more fighter jets and ships to Middle East ahead of possible Iranian retaliation. U.S. sending more fighter jet. Okay, U.S. Navy assembles 12 warships in the Middle East. Right? So hold up. Let's see if we can pull this up. Ooh, look at that. Oh man, that's where production values, baby. All right, so here you go. U.S. Navy assembles 12 warships in the Middle East. The United States has sent 12 warships and aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt to the Middle East in preparation for a possible war between Lebanon's Hezbollah, Iran, and Israel, the Washington Post has reported. This comes after Israel assassinated Hezbollah commander Fouad Shukr, I have no idea how to say that, in Lebanon on Tuesday, and is thought to be behind the killing of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Iran on Wednesday. Iran has vowed to retaliate. Damn, Israel fucking them up. I ain't even gonna lie though. Like you got. Look, regardless of what side you on, Israel, they up in the scope. Like they pulling up, they spinning the block. They fucking them up. Like at this point, all they can do is beg for mercy. Some 4,000 Marines and sailors are on board the vessels the U.S. has assembled, according to the Washington Post, which quoted an official who spoke on condition of I always fuck up how to say that, anonymity. The USS Theodore Roosevelt was in the Persian Gulf on Wednesday with 6 U.S. destroyers. Damn, destroyers. That's what we got. Damn, that kind of tells you what the hell that's used for. The USS Cold, USS John S. McCain. Did they name that after John McCain? That the first guy that ran against Obama? He was the first one that ran against Obama, right? The guy who was the Vietnam War veteran. The USS Daniel Inouye. Anyway, the USS Russell. Okay, I got you. No ships have been positioned in the Red Sea. All right. 11 comments. Can I get them? Time for another USS Liberty incident. For those not in the know, the USS Liberty was deliberately attacked by Israel on the 8th of June, 1967. The attack was planned and subsequently covered up at the highest levels of the USA and Israeli governments. 34 Americans lost their lives while 173 were wounded, looking for another false flag operation involving an American ship with loss of American lives just to support the vile, putrid state of Israel. Of course, Hezbollah and Palestine would be blamed. Not good. Israel is a cancer on the world that has metastasized. What is that word? The facts surrounding the Liberty are readily available on the web for each reader to evaluate. The Liberty incident has been used by many to try to soil the relationship between the U.S. and Israel. Israel shares common values with Western nations and has been our best Middle East ally. Israel is a blessing to the international community, and the U.S. will continue to cultivate that relationship regardless of propaganda pushed by anti-Semites, right? So there you go. You get, right? You get the left and the right. But who do you believe? Gotta be honest, I don't believe that second motherfucker. That sound like somebody AI. That sound like an AI generated response just to shut some shit down. But oh well. Yeah, man. So it just kind of feels like things are just slowly getting worse and worse, and now you got these issues in Great Britain where the white boys the white boys are finally standing up. Kind of interesting. I've been working and I've been saving $500 $1,000 in my account for bills, of course. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to face up. There we go. For bills, of course, but it feels good to have that every week. Yeah, I bet. I can't wait till I can start saving some money. I feel like that's one of the main things I'm missing. I could even get like a part time and just start, stacking a little money. But I went to a temp agency actually last week. But we'll see how that goes. There's a doctor named Dr. Loria who actually does penile length and girth enhancements. He's legit. His videos are on YouTube. I'm gonna go see him in 3.5 years. I'm good, man. I told you I represent for the men with little penises. I'm representing. I'm holding my ground. I'm standing my ground on that shit. No surgeries, no pills, no pumps, no copes, right? It's little dick gang, right? You either fuck with the little dick or you don't fuck with me at all. I saw this this post, kind of a different subject, but in line with the point I'm trying to make. This guy was talking about how he met a girl. I guess she ended up becoming his girlfriend, and he was talking about how he lied about being a virgin when he got with her, and he told her eventually, and she was like, "I would have never fucked with you if you were a virgin, right? Or I would have never fucked with you if I knew you were a virgin." And it's like I see shit like that, bro, and I'd be like, "That's why I would never lie about no shit like that, bro, because it's like women really expose themselves when you tell the truth, bro." And I'm just saying, like, why would you want to be with somebody like that? Why would you want to be with somebody that really don't like you for who you really are? And that's why I always talk about, bro, like the lies and the deceit that men would do just to seal the deal, just to get with a bitch, right? And like I said, man, like the energies ain't right in these relationships because it's based on lies, it's based on falsehoods and shit like that. That's why I would never do that. Like I don't see how guys can stomach that shit, right? Like knowing in your gut, she wouldn't like the real you. She wouldn't really fuck with you if she knew like who you really were, how you really, what your experiences really were, experience level really was. But guys do that shit. I'd be disgusted. That shit would like I would be disgusted to be with a girl like that. Fuck you, you stupid bitch. No, all right, let me take that back. Women have every right not to want to be with a brother. That's their preference. That's their choice, right? But still, just knowing that I'm not your preference and that I would have to lie, it's just it just that makes me completely unattracted to you and shit like that, right? So I say stand on it. Stand on what you are. Stand on what you have. Now, if the dick enhancement technology hits a certain level, then I'll be like, okay, whatever. I still wouldn't do it though. I just, I don't care if they had like the perfect penis enhanced. I wouldn't even take it. Like I've accepted my fate 100%. I'm man. Right, I'm down. I'm ride or die with this little dick shit. So I'm kind of different, but I would understand if it was like, you know, a good enhancement method, right? Where it was basically it would be indistinguishable from if you were born naturally with a bigger penis or something like that. I don't expect guys to be like me. I'm just on a different level. I'm on a whole different level over here. Hey, Kimosabi, welcome to the stream. We just chilling out, right? We're gonna have a nice discussion about the mad lads of Great Britain in a bit. I've been kind of following that story. It's been kind of I hate to say it, bruh, but it's been kind of exciting. It's so long overdue, bruh. It might sound weird to say it as a black guy, but I don't like nobody being bullied or taken advantage of, bruh. And white people really been put in a no-win situation with this whole diversity shit, this immigration shit. They've been expected to make accommodations for other races and cultures that would never make accommodations for them like that. And then people try to use slavery and colonialism as the justification. And it's just like, this was basically fucking inevitable, man. But I think at the same time, I think it's too late. I think it's just too little too late. Like, I hope that they figure something out, but I don't see what they could possibly do with these riots and shit. Cause you've already let so many foreigners into your country. Like your country is not what it was anymore. Like you are now a melting pot. Period. You're not gonna undo that with some riots unless you're ready to really go hard. like you better be ready to awaken the spirit of Hitler or some shit, right? And I don't even think he could have fixed that. I don't even think he could have fixed that. Not saying that that's the route you should take. I'm just saying that's where you at. You deep. Y'all deep, bro. Y'all fucked up. Like y'all let that shit go on too long. Y'all lost control of your own shit. Y'all lost control of your own shit. You know, I was in the gym, right? And they got the TV screens when you be working out, and I was on the elliptical. I love that shit. And they had on the screen they were playing like a 30 for 30 documentary, which is usually about like athletes and sports. And they were showing this story about a tennis player from the 80s. I think his name was like Michael Chang. And he was really popular. You know, he was a cute Chinese guy. He was young. Um, and like he was kind of considered like a prodigy of tennis, right? And this was a good ass documentary, bro. Like I was I was like I'm on the elliptical, but I'm watching that shit the whole time. And his story though, like a lot of it had to do with like the struggle of being a minority in a majority white country, right? And just being a Chinese American and whatnot. And the end of the documentary is basically showing him making it to like the end of the big tennis tournament. And he was going up against like this crazy good, I forgot the guy's name, but it was some white guy. And he was supposed to be like this, like, I ain't gonna say like psychopath type, but just super good though. He was just like a super good, super focused, cocky white guy. Like, I run this shit. I'm the best tennis player in the world type shit. And so again, Michael, the documentary kind of culminates into like that battle between Michael Chang and the big bad white man, right? And Michael Chang, he overcame the odds and he defeated this guy. I forgot the white guy's name, but and I was like, when he won, I was like, yeah, like again, like because I'm rolling with the narrative, and it was then I stopped. I thought about that shit. I was like, when you think about it, it's actually kind of weird, bro, because the way the story is framed is like this white man is framed as like the bad guy simply because he's white in a white majority country, right? And Michael is framed as the good guy because he's Chinese American going against all the odds, right? And I get how people get wrapped up and love a good story of overcoming the odds and things like that. So again, I'm not saying I don't understand that. I like that's why I was into the documentary. But it just like when I thought about it, I was like, that shit is really kind of toxic when you think about it, right? Because why do I have to be framed as the guy to beat just because I'm part of the majority in what has been historically my country, right? Like, why should I be framed that way? Why should it be a story of triumph because he beat me in my country? Why is it not a sad story that I was defeated in my homeland where I'm the white, right? And it just made me think about how shit can be framed in different ways, right? It's the same thing where it's like when Obama became president, right? It's a very similar narrative where it's like finally the blacks overcame the whites and it's our turn and shit like that, right? And again, I was wrapped up in that, but now I look at shit differently, bro, because it's like if you put that shoe on the other foot, right, then people wouldn't be comfortable with that. People wouldn't be comfortable with a white minority rising and taking more control of like a Middle Eastern country or Asian country or a black country, right? And so I'm kind of just thinking about a lot of these, like how we view diversity and what it means to be a minority in a country, where you're kind of against the odds. Because I think again we tend to look at it like Like it's our right to just rise up and to have control but why should it be that way? Right? Why like why is it okay to feel like that? Why is it okay to feel like, yeah, we finally overcame the white people in their own country? Or we finally, because then and I'm just saying, look at it from the other perspective. Why would you feel okay? Oh, we finally overcame the black people in their country. And I talked about this in the video before. I was talking about like the whole concept of Wakanda, right, from Black Panther, and how people love that. They love, oh, the black mega country that's powerful and peaceful and prosperous, right? If we had a Wakanda, we would never want white people coming in there by the hundreds of thousands and millions trying to get power. We would never want that, right? And that's what that's why I can kind of sympathize with how they feel. But then the thing is, it's gonna be framed. It's gonna be framed far right, Nazi, racist, fascist. But in reality, nobody would want that shit. Nobody. No race would want another race of foreign men to be coming in there by the hundreds of thousands and millions and for any reason. Fuck you. Let's be honest. Every time I go to Walmart, I see all the Mexicans in there and shit like that. And then it's like, I be thinking like, if it was the other way around, they wouldn't want a bunch of black people, hundreds of black men coming in there, like coming in their country like that, coming in, or white men or whatever. Asian, same thing. Black, nobody would want that shit. But it's been put on white people to accept it and to embrace that. And only white people. That's the strange thing about it, right? No other race is expected to accommodate other races and cultures the way white people are, right? And so now it's all kind of come to a head because we've seen how the cultures don't mix, right? And they're not on the same wavelength. There's so many differences. And then, so we're going to see how this all plays out. I'm going to go look at some articles and shit in a bit. Oh, how are you guys doing? Chad, you thought about streaming on Kick? Kick. Isn't Kick the what or KIK, right? KIK was the instant messaging program. I don't know what Kick is. USS Liberty 2 soon. Yeah, I went in depth as to like what a false flag was, and that's how you justify wars. You orchestrate an event where your people are attacked, and then you use that to justify war. Just like what we saw in Israel. Again, I don't know everything about how that played out, but there's a lot of suspicious details about that attack. Right? What was it, October 7th? And even people from within Israel were backing up this theory, not understanding like certain things that happened before, during, and after, right? There are people within Israel that agree that, yeah, like they knew the attack was going to happen. They allowed it to happen. And see, and this is why I'm starting to realize that in a lot of ways, Donald Trump isn't really much different from a lot of other politicians, because he really does the same shit that they do. When you look at how he talks about this war, he's backing Israel unconditionally, right? But I feel like regardless of anything, you got to lay out all the details. Like, why aren't you questioning them about the attack? Like, why weren't you guys prepared for that? What happened to all your surveillance? Why did you disarm these people before right before, like, that's like not like that's what I'm saying. Is like this just blindly, unconditionally backing them up, which could result in American soldiers having to go to war, losing lives based on what they don't understand, based on what you didn't address. I only fuck with Donald Trump based on a comparison to a much worse administration, but it's that key detail, bro. Is really, like, I think that's one of the main things that people have to look for as far as like who they vote for, who they support. Does your politician give you an accurate narrative of what's going on? Are you receiving accurate information? It's the same shit with the Ukraine-Russian war. Kamala Harris was like, it's big country bad, little country good, and it's like it's so much deeper than that. They don't talk about the historical relationship between Ukraine and Russia. They don't talk about how the United States was mingling and tampering in their elections and the coup d'état, and then you have Zelensky who's gets put into power, right? All these different details, like they don't lay it out step by step, and this shit been going on since like forever. Right, like I mentioned, I forgot the guy's name, but it was before World War II or before American participation in World War II. I forgot the guy's name. He was a fighter pilot or something, and he was saying the same shit. Like our politicians, these guys, they're not giving you guys accurate information. They're not laying out all the details of what's leading us into this war. And then before you know it, we're in the fucking war. Right? I can never respect that. I like at least give the people accurate information. But it is what it is. People, oh, I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that was a good one. I see you. Yeah, I think some people would probably snap. Some if I got taken out, you know, I got some crazy fans. Hellbreaker, welcome to the stream. Drop Discord invite. I'm opening Discord very soon. I always say that, but I mean it this time. Thoughts on the new Louisiana state law that says your balls will be cut off if you're convicted of grape? What balls would be cut off? That's kind of brutal. The only thing about it is because this is the problem with like that type of cruel punishment is like, what if you were wrongfully convicted and then you get your balls cut off? That's the only thing I really care about. But I gotta be honest, like for the people who like are like legitimate rapists, yeah, I don't care what you do to them. I gotta be honest. You know, if like a real legitimate hardcore sexual assaulter, yeah, like you can put him in the damn torture dungeon for all I care. I don't care. But that's the issue though, like because people get wrongfully convicted all the time. It happens, and so I'll be mad. Right now, imagine you get wrongfully convicted, you do 15 years, and you ain't got no balls, like. and then they let you out, like my bad, like that's the main thing about it. But me again, I'm kind of cold, so I don't really care about what happens to hardcore criminals. Like I don't really care. Like you can do whatever you want to them, put them in the dungeon, bring the whip out. I gotta be honest, I don't really care about them niggas, but you know, you gotta be careful with shit like that because of wrongful convictions. I think if you could prove without a shadow of a doubt, maybe, but that it just seems it seems barbaric and like it would be a terrible a terrible thing for anyone wrongfully convicted. I mean, it's already bad enough to be wrongfully convicted, but then, you know. In fact, let me look this up real quick so we can see. Hold up. Louisiana balls. Balls bill. Louisiana balls bill. Yeah. That literally came up in the search. Louisiana balls bill. Like I was trying to be funny and it's like, wait, yeah? Let's bring it up. Legislature advances bill to allow surgical castration of some sex offenders. The proposed law would apply to those convicted of serious sex offenses against a victim under the age of 13. I wonder why specifically that though. Now see, that's kind of what this I don't like. It kind of seems like this is tied into like pedophile hysteria. You know, and I get it. People just tend to have a softer heart for children. I get that, but sexual assault is a terrible thing regardless of the person's age and whatnot. So that's the first red flag I see with this. This seems like more pedophile hysteria because people just tend to be kind of, again, and then, like I said, I get it, right? But like it's just the way people tend to just be so hysterical about pedophilia, and I worry that it's more so emotional based, right? Rather than trying to be logical about it. On Tuesday, April 23rd, the Louisiana Senate greenlit a bill to allow for convicted sex offenders whose crime was against a victim under 13 years old to be surgically castrated by the state. Currently, the state allows for judges to order chemical castrations of some sex offenders, but this bill by Baton Rouge Democrat Senator Regina Barrow will order the surgical castration of a sex offender who has committed an aggravated sexual offense against a minor under 13, assuming the person is a viable candidate for castration. And then on top of that, what about women? What if it's a woman that does it? What if a woman, because you see these stories of women having sex with their teenage students and things like that, right? And that would be considered like statutory. And then does it count for statutory rape? Like, does it have to be I kidnapped the person and forced, or was it like they, you can't consent, but it's a difference, right, between snatching somebody up and taking it and having sex with someone who agrees to it when they're not old enough to consent, right? So would this apply to somebody that had sex with someone who was underage, but it wasn't like a forceful sexual assault, right? And then, like I said, women, would this, what would you do to women? It seems a little unfair, right? I don't really see what you're gonna take their uterus. Like, I don't know, like surgically remove their uterus. Like, again, it seems like to be specifically against men. And then you look at it, I think this is a woman. I'm assuming this is a woman. Senator Regina Barrow would order the surgical castration. What she look like? I'm not surprised. My God. Oh man. Okay. The castration would be performed by a licensed physician with the Department of Public Safety and Corrections. Hey, why? Hey, like, does it matter? No, I'm playing. It's something that I know the impact it leaves on the individual when this crime is committed, Barrow said Tuesday. Castration is permanent, whether it's female or male. How do we get by someone who may get exonerated after, and then this has happened to them? That's what I was saying. Barrow acknowledged Louisiana has a high number of wrongful convictions when compared to other states, and said the bill provides for a judge to use their own discretion. That don't make me feel any better, bro. Cause the same judges that have to use their discretion, they're the same ones that are involved in these wrongful convictions. My hope is in the process of if individuals that when they're giving their testimony that the judge is able to see through the aspects of the case. Yo, this shit really goofy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this is just goofy. She did nothing to properly defend her position there. Like, I just hope that the judge can use his sixth sense, his spider senses to figure out if the guy is really guilty or not. But yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, nah, you can't do that. Let's just be real. You can't do that. Nah, you just. Because it's the whole wrongful conviction thing. That's the only thing about it. I could only see it if it was like guilty with like you need like different levels of guilty, right? You need not guilty, guilty, and he definitely did. Like, he definitely did. Right? Like, we caught him on camera, DNA, some shit like that. Then maybe I can talk to you, but not the way things are, nah, because I wouldn't want somebody to get their balls chopped off on top of doing 10, 15 years over some shit. And, I hate to say it, but then you got, women who like doing these false accusations and shit. It's just, nah, bro. It's, Again, I get it because of the, we hate pedos, but I think a lot of that is like emotionally charged, and you gotta be careful with that shit. You gotta be careful with that because a lot of that is based on like the emotion of, oh, it was a child, and right, like, um, I don't know all the details, so I won't act like I know everything, but I was kind of seeing out the corner of my eye that situation with that Twitch streamer. What's his name? He like a white guy. He got a mustache and he got the shades. What? Anybody know his name? But anyway, he was alleged to have had inappropriate discussions with like somebody that was underage, right? I don't know exactly what the discussion was, but it was like, and it was a big controversy about that. And Dr. Disrespect, yes. And you kind of like, you just see how people react to something like that, right? And I'm not saying like if he did it, I'm not saying that it's not wrong what he did, but it's like people have no concept of context or like range when it comes to these types of situations, right? Like to them, it's like if you had sex with somebody or did something with somebody that was like 17 and a half, which is firmly illegal, right? I got you. They look at it no different than if you did it with somebody who was like fucking 7 or 8, and that's the thing. 'Cause again, that's why I mean when I say like it's so emotion based, right? It's like people want you to hate this guy when, for having an inappropriate conversation with somebody who was like months away from being legal. And again, wrong. I got you, great, but you want me to goddamn throw him off the roof for that shit? I can't. But people would want. That's what I'm saying. Like people get that. Like they don't have no type of like chill when it comes to it, or like just thinking things out more logically. Like, okay, what he did was wrong, but it's not like he did XYZ, and but that's it. And really, it's even worse than what I'm saying because you got people like I saw like, and I see this on Twitter. You know how on Twitter or X they be having those conversations about older guys dating younger women and shit like that, right? And I seen this one post where the guy was like, by 21 you can drink and do all that shit, so you can fuck who you want to. And then people were like, well, you're a pedophile. I'm like, right? Like, and that's why I can't get on board with how some of these people think, bro. Cause it ain't just that. Like, they'll take that whole pedophile shit and bring it to the next level. Like, you're a pedophile because you're 30 dating a 21-year-old or something. Like, they really be thinking like that. And it's just, and these are the people that would support some shit like that. And that's why I can't trust them. I can't trust people like that. I would never trust them, people like that, to make the rules and to decide. Because if it was up to them, they'd be throwing Dr. Disrespect off the roof right now or cutting his balls off. Like, damn, hold up, man. Like, it's got to be a more a more adequate punishment, a more appropriate punishment than cutting his balls off. And they would love that. They would love that. We strapped Dr. Disrespect down and cut his balls off because he talked to us. He had an inappropriate conversation. Like, people get that gung-ho about that shit, bro. They get that gung-ho about that shit. As an Anglo-Atlantean, I would like to give thanks to my Bantu brothers and Askari footmen. Hopefully we can rebuild as a solar empire post-World War III. From Shire is what? What's an Anglo-Atlantean? Well, I hope you guys build build your new Atlantis. Redo, welcome to the stream. Mark Ruti, welcome to the stream. Watch you while living in my car. Oh, that sounds great. That means that you follow the Chad Marco philosophy, and now you're reaping the rewards. Oh man, are you enjoying your PC? Absolutely, I love it. Every day I wake up and I see that thing, and I'm just I'm not kidding. I'm so damn bro. I'm so appreciative of that shit, bro. Like, it's so quiet, but it do so much. It's so strong. Right? Like it just like I'm just yeah. Like every time I wake up, bro, like I just be like, damn, man, that shit cool as fuck, bro. Like I never had a computer that strong, and I think because it's size too, right? That kind of makes it more impressive. Like it's not like some big ass fucking box in the corner or something. It's like just this, like it's just a small thing. Like it's probably like a third of the size of one of my little speakers over there, bro. Like it's a small little box, and it just do everything I needed to do. You know, I had to buy. Oh yeah, did I tell you guys I got a new keyboard? I'll tell you guys, I got a new keyboard. Remember, I did the video and I had that little $10 keyboard. Man, I couldn't. I was like, bro, I gotta upgrade because the keyboard was serviceable, right? But I was like, I need a keyboard that matched the computer, bro. Like I can't. It's kind of like if you fresh as fuck, right? You got a fresh haircut, a new shirt, chain, good pants, $200 belt. Then you got some busted ass shoes with holes in them. That's kind of how I felt, bro. Like I gotta get the keyboard to match. So I just got a new keyboard. Probably like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Like I don't know, I forgot. My sense of time is just gone. I don't know where I'm coming or going, but I got it, a while ago. And yeah, but man, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like I love this damn computer, bro. It's hard to describe. I kind of feel like this is probably how dudes feel when they get a girlfriend, right? That's kind of how I feel. I feel like I got a girlfriend, but it was a computer, right? And I don't even use it for porn or nothing like that. I'm trying to keep this computer like porn free, relatively so. I got like a few H games up there, like cause I had some H games that I couldn't run on my laptop or wouldn't run smoothly, so I threw them up here just to see how they ran, and they ran much better. But yeah, like it's ain't not even using it for like porn and nothing. I got the laptop for that. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel, bro. I think I basically feel like I just got a girlfriend, but it's a computer. I put it like that. That's how I feel, right? I'm much more relaxed, more calm, right? Things are just easier. I feel more motivated, you know. Really the only issue I've had with it thus far is sometimes when I'm streaming, the AMD driver will crash, and I've looked it up, and I've noticed like this is an issue that some people have, and you know just got to figure out how to configure my shit so that it won't do that. But that's really the only issue I've been having. Streaming on Twitch, and when I do like my little video game streams, I've had like some crashes here and there. Sometimes it's more stable than others, but I'm sure I figured that out. I think it's just a matter of just figuring out how to, configure my shit. Other than that, though, man, it's been smooth sailing. I'm in love. What specs? I really don't feel like bringing it up. I did that last time, but I'll bring it up because they got the AMD shit in the tray all the time. Let me see here. Where them specs at? Where them specs at? Home, gaming, performance. Where them specs at? I don't even know where the damn specs at. Every time I find them, I'll be like, where they at now? I think this is it. Let me bring it up. Oh, shit. Get this. Man, we chilling tonight. You see facing screen? There we go. AMD. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Check for updates. Huh? We're up to date. Great. But yeah, I think this is what you were talking about. Right. I mean, it's probably nothing amazing compared to what's out to be fair, but for me, you gotta understand, like the best computer I had before this is this laptop right here that's on the side. And this laptop can't even run a PlayStation 2 emulator, just to give you like context of, right? And so now I'm going from that to this that can play, modern games. The newest game that I played was the Sandland game, which came out I think this year. But it plays stuff like the Resident Evil 2 remake and just obviously like just newer games. This laptop could have never done no shit like that. But that's not really why I got it. I didn't really get it for the gaming. It was more so just for the like video editing and streaming. That was the main thing. And I've noticed that when I'm editing my little videos and doing like everything is just so much easier. It's so much quicker. Like I just be in here like right. No lag, no crashes. It's just like I'll just be in here getting it done, bro. And that was really why I needed it. The gaming shit was extra. I use the gaming as like a benchmark of its power because gaming tends to be, some of the most demanding activities you can put on a computer. But yeah, I just use that to kind of measure the power level more so. But I really needed it for the video editing and the streaming, and we got that going. So, oh yeah, software, driver details. Yeah, it's cool shit. 32 RAM, what's up? Yeah, but again, I'm sure it's probably not like amazing compared to what's out now, like the newest shit, right? But for me, right, this like I said, I feel like I got a girlfriend. I feel like I got a girlfriend. Basically, that's how it feels. I got me a nice 7. Let's put like imagine you get a girlfriend that's a 7 and she cool, right? And she quiet. That's how I feel right now, bro. I feel just like that. Like I don't have a care in the world. My technology needs are met. I got no complaints. Have you looked up for monitors? Not yet. Again, I didn't really think too much about it. I know they got some at like I've seen some at Walmart and whatnot for like $100 or so. I didn't really think too much about it. I probably should. I probably should. I just figured, it wasn't. I didn't need to get like too specific or anything. I didn't think I really needed to, you I'm kind of looking now. Spectre Curve 24-inch gaming monitor. Would y'all fuck with a curved gaming monitor, or is that some goofy shit? Hold on, let me show you. I just looked it up real quick. Like, there's something like this right here. Like, would y'all do that? Would y'all buy it? Cause I be seeing it and I be like, is that like is does it create some type of enhanced viewing experience or something? Or should I just go for the flat back? Should I just go for the flat back? But yeah, I figure I'll probably be paying around, you know, around $100 or so. I'm looking now and it's like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. You're right though. I do need to um get a mind. Let me check something real quick. Now that I think about it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, cool. Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of chocolate. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Seems about right. Seems about right. Oh, hold up. Whew. Once you keep a battle station going since 2012, it has a soul of its own. Mine needs looking at. We're trying to service it with a bayonet as the builders use such. Hold up, what? 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 Like what? Been locked out of my Discord for a while now. You must have lost the damn password. What's your Discord tag? There's some useful videos I'd like you to see. It should still be Chad Marco or Super Chad Marco. They forced me to change it. Man, Blake, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a company out of HKCCP making a phone with a built-in Fleur thermal sight for 3 to 400 black. The hell is that? Hit me up. My Discord tag is Mildcore. You probably shouldn't have put it out there like that. Them damn cats out there fucking again. Ever since Fender died, the cats took over the hood, literally. My Discord passed too many times and tried logging in through sketchy methods and got locked out. So I gave it. Oh damn, it'd be like that. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm telling you, I'm opening the Discord pronto. Tree, welcome to the stream. Marco, hope your day is going well. It's been a good day. I just woke up actually. My sleep schedule was fucked. My sleep. I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. My sleep schedule is fucked. You know, I got to get back to my normal schedule. Like I'm the type I gotta stick to like a predictable schedule to maximize my productivity. I know it's better to be more flexible just in case, but so I'm wide awake because I just woke up. But I said I thought about I was like, man, I just woke up. I ain't put no warning out. Should I do a stream? And I was like, fuck it. I'll just see who pop up. But the gang's all here pretty much. But it's been a good day. Let me see. Again, I just woke up, but let's count before I woke up, right? um, I recorded. And this is like during the morning time. I recorded another Nightwalk vlog, so we're gonna have a good vlog probably tomorrow or Tuesday, probably like by Tuesday. Um, and then I ran to the gym at like 5 in the morning. Ran, walk, kind of I always mix it up depending on my energy level. Ran to the gym, went to the gym. I worked out there for like an hour and 30 minutes. I had a lot of fun talking to the ugly girl at the gym. You know what, man? I noticed. I hate like it's so fucked up. Like some of the coolest girls I meet, I just don't be attracted to at all, bro. Like that shit just kind of crazy. It's so disappointing, right? You meet somebody that is cool and that you can talk to, but you're just not attracted to them. I guess the inverse would be if you met a girl you were attracted to, but that she wasn't cool, she didn't have a good personality, you know. I just be like, damn, bro. Like, but even then, I probably still get rejected. But it's just just the fact of it, right? Like you halfway there, but you ain't got the other half. I always say, man, like I don't feel like I have like high standards or anything, but I do think it's important to be attracted to the person, you know. Can I at least have that? But after I got done, I came back home and let me see. I came back home. Oh, and I had a friend come over, and we went and donated plasma together because we were both broke. We did that. We went to Walmart. Saw all the there was a bunch of Mexicans in Walmart. Man, them Mexicans they run Walmart, man. I I want to get a camera and show that shit, bro. Cause motherfuckers think I'm tripping, bro. Them Mexicans be out there deep. They be on them buses, like it be like 7, 8 buses, and they be in there just boy, just and 90% of them just be dudes. 90% dudes. Went to Walmart, got some snacks and shit for the family, and I came back. Yeah, and I think I was just chilling. I was just chilling after that, and then I went to sleep. I probably went to sleep around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I woke up at 9, and now we're here, pretty much. After this, I'll probably I gotta work on some music and shit, and I don't know, just figure it out. But I'm chilling. I just woke up, very relaxed, high energy. We good, man. Life is good. I got no complaints whatsoever. PlayStation man, welcome to the stream. What are we doing today? More shopping? I did my shopping earlier. Got me some snacks. See that? Hershey. Got some snacks. Boom. Boom. And a bag of apples. But I need to save the money I got and start trying to get that monitor though. Might as well. The Discord, we back very soon. Before you know it. You've been streaming on Twitch mostly nowadays. What happened to the old days when you stream games on YouTube? You gotta diversify. You gotta be flexible. You gotta be flexible because I could get banned off YouTube or whatever the fuck. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? So now I use YouTube primarily for the face streams, just chatting, right? Do this, and then the thing is, I feel like it all balances out because I do this about once every week or once every 2 weeks, right? So, and when I was doing the gaming stream, I did that like once a week. So I basically just replaced the gaming stream with this, and it's worked out so far. People like the face streams, the just chatting streams, and I put the gaming stream on Twitch. Even though we don't get a lot of traction over there, every now and then I get a new follower. In fact, I got like 7 or 8 new followers this week just playing Silent Hill. So, I think it's a worthwhile investment. I know it's gonna be a slow grind. It's gonna be a slow grind because it's hard. It's hard to get traction on Twitch. When you do it from the ground up, and a lot of guys from here don't really go transfer over to Twitch, which I don't blame them because I'm not really heavy on Twitch like that either, as far as like watching motherfuckers. But I just think it's the smart thing to do, right? Just if anything would happen to the YouTube, then we got the other social media platforms. I back everything up on Rumble, right? So again, if the YouTube channel went down, you could go see everything on Rumble. I just try to be flexible because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. And yeah, but this was a good week on Twitch. I got like 7 to 8 new followers playing damn Silent Hill. One thing I realized about Twitch though, like it's about playing the right game. I can't always play what I want to play. I gotta play what people are watching, what there is an audience for. Like that's part of it too. I gotta figure out what people are watching, and they show you how many viewers are watching, like what games too, just as like a benchmark. So, I try to pay attention to that, and It worked out. It worked out for me this week. Damn. Shit. I remember I saw this video. This guy was talking about, how to grow your following on Twitch. And he was like, if you ain't got no viewers, don't sit there and don't be talking. You better be talking anyway. Right? And that's easy for me because I do the playthroughs on YouTube where I'm not even streaming it and I'm still doing my commentary. So I know how to talk just playing the game, even by myself. So no issue there. But I was thinking about what he said because when I was streaming Silent Hill, I was in there by myself. And then this guy showed up and he was like, I'm just here to eat my lunch and watch something real quick. And I was like, oh, cool, welcome. And then before he left, he was like, I lost track of time. I had no idea you were so good at doing the commentary. And I told him, I was like, I know I don't have a lot of followers, but I'm actually pretty good at this. I'm kind of underrated. But it was just cool. Like, it was a testament to like how you got to be, you got to grind it out. Really, I think a lot of people, they would try to get on Twitch, and if they don't have nobody watching, they're just gonna sit there and be quiet. But I'll do the commentary with nobody watching. And it worked out for me. I had a good week. I had a good week on Twitch for sure. So I'm like, dude, I might just play all the Silent Hill games. we about to knock out all the Silent Hill games. By the end of it, I might have like 150 followers or something. It was a good week though. It was a good week. The only thing I'm disappointed in, I wasn't really focused on music the way I should have been. I made like one beat, right? And I got to edit this song for Robot Music that I didn't edit, It's hard trying to put everything together for sure, but I'll figure it out. That was the only thing that I would say was the weak spot of the week, I didn't really work on music enough. Yeah, the Discord server is coming for sure. Who you voting for? Oh, Donald Trump. I mean, he ain't shit, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I like certain things about Donald Trump, but it's like I was talking about earlier, bro. Like he do the same shit as other politicians, bro. Donald Trump would have us back in Israel in a war without even giving his people the proper context of, what's going on over there. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have as far as like politicians, and like that's serious. That's I gotta look at him sideways on that. I can't stand that shit. I hate that shit. I hate when they do shit like that. But that's what it is. That's the name of the game. But yeah, that's what I'm voting for. Cause I don't know. It's like it's sad to me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. It's sad, like where we are as far as like just how divided the country is. Cause you think about it, look at where we are. It don't matter who win, bro. Like we lost. We all lost. Cause look at who we are and look at where we are. Like we're in this situation now where depending on which side you choose, you feel good about the fact that the other half of the country is upset, right? Like we relish in the pain, the suffering, and the disappointment of our fellow countrymen based around this shit. And when you realize that, you see like that's Like, how can you feel good about whoever the fuck win? Like, the division is just so terrible. So I can't. Again, it's just like, even if Donald Trump wins, it's just like still not good. This division, this red versus blue, Democrat versus Republican shit is bullshit. We shouldn't be thinking like that. We shouldn't be satisfied with, well, we got what we want, but fuck them, right? Cause then it's your turn, right? Remember, like, it was so funny when the Democrats lost and Hillary lost, right? Then it was their turn. It ain't feel so good. And then you just see how it go back and forth. It go back and forth. And so again, it's just like, what's there to feel good about? What's there to feel good about? That's not cool. That's not good. We're fucked. We're fucked because of that. Because we relish in the suffering of the people next to us. Because we don't agree on some shit. We're fucked. So yeah, it's not. It ain't good either way. Donald Trump win. Kamala, we lose either way. But some people don't realize that. They don't realize that shit. And then it's like, just being realistic, you know, Donald Trump, he not about to deport. He ain't about to deport them damn Mexicans. Like, let's be real about that too. He ain't about to do that. He could get a handful at best. You can't do that shit, bro. like, what y'all think he about to do? What y'all think he about to do? Y'all think he about to round up the Mexicans and send them? Please. If you think about it, our country is designed for illegal immigration. Why? Because of the anchor baby law. If you were born on American soil, you are an American. That's fucking retarded. Right? But this is what I mean when I say Donald Trump ain't shit either, because he ain't talking about that. He ain't talking. Are you going to undo the anchor baby law? That you're going to get rid of that? If you're not, again, you ain't talking about shit. You ain't doing shit. Right? And then, even then, right, you got to look at it like this too, right? Imagine that they all play for the same team. Imagine they all serve the same master, and then shit really start making sense, right? You have the Biden administration, and one of the biggest issues with them was the border crisis, right? Got so bad, they had black people turning on the Democratic Party. You had black people caring about illegal immigration. Unheard of, right? This is this is just a terrible situation, right? So now everybody mad, upset about that. Let's support Donald Trump, right? Let's get Trump, niggas for Trump. All right, Trump wins. But if you think about it, they already got what they want. Even if Trump gets in and he can close the border or whatever, they already got what they want. So it's like, you get what you want, and then you pacify the people with another politician to make them feel like, oh, now we're in a better position, when you really ain't. It's like if you got a safe with $1 million in it, and then I take 500,000. Now I'm robbing you, right? And then somebody come save you, and they stop me from taking the money out, and I back off. I'm gone. I'm not punished, but I'm gone. But I'm gone. I get no punishment. You feel good about the fact that the money stopped being taken out, but I still got the money, right? And then we were actually working together. He was there to make you feel better after the fact that I robbed your ass. So you get your immigrants, you get your slave labor, and then you put Donald Trump in and make people feel better about it, right? This shit is again, man. It ain't nothing to be happy about either way. It ain't nothing to be excited about. It ain't nothing to be excited about, right? You can only hope. You can only hope that, we'll just get a better economy, Maybe the Dollar Tree would be the Dollar Tree again, but yeah. I'm really like, fuck everybody right now. I'm really like, fuck everybody. Fuck all them niggas, bruh. The universe is rigged. There's always a catch. The ideal life, girlfriend is impossible to attain. I mean, you can't have everything, you know. You can't have everything. You can't have it all. You know, you can have a great life. I don't know about the ideal life. I think people gotta be satisfied with good sometimes. with good. You know, my life definitely ain't perfect, but I don't have shit to complain about either. You know, I always say, you know, life has treated me very well. Life has treated me very good. Despite my problems and issues, I have nothing to complain about. So, you know, I mean, even with the different issues as far as like, you know, politics and things in the world, look at me. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling in my mom's laundry room, right? I'm handsome. I'm handsome, creative, charismatic. Got the guns, right? Relatively healthy, in good shape, right? I ain't got shit to complain about, right? And then you got some guys, you know, like them real Chads. Not the Chad Marcos, but the real Chads, you know. I know they definitely have a little fun. I'm banned on Twitch, so I can't really get on there. Oh, damn. Damn, dude. Gotta be careful on Twitch. It ain't 4chan. Renowned Rubik's, welcome to the stream. Found your channel about 2 weeks ago and have been binge watching your stuff. I wouldn't say that I'm not small, but I do feel a way about being a tall black without being hung like an elephant. Maybe it's all in my head. Love the content anyway, bro. Post more often. Shit. Yeah, you're right. So I gotta get more busy. I gotta be more. But here, look at me. I'm here. Look at us. I'm right here, man. But you're right. I gotta be dropping more shit, more music and all that. I kind of been sitting on the music that I've been making though, cause I ain't want to put it all out like that. But you know, we got some cool shit on the way. For sure. I can see that though, right? If you tall, you got a greater expectation. If you tall, you got a greater expectation because it's like you supposed to match, right? You kind of expect a guy like my size. Ain't no girl looking at me like BBC big dick, right? They know it's a gamble. they know it's a gamble. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get, right? But I think probably with a bigger guy, a taller guy, yeah, you probably just make that assumption. You probably just make the assumption that he about to pick her ass up. He about to pick her ass up and fuck her all across the room with that BBC, but it don't always be like that. It be short guys. It be short guys with, you know, with them poles, tall guys with them toes. Oh man. You know, but I don't know, man. It takes something. It takes something to come to terms with that shit. I ain't even gonna lie. It takes something. It can be difficult to realize that you're going to disappoint your would-be girlfriend in bed. You know, that she love you, she care about you, but in the back of her mind, she always thinking this little dick ass nigga, bruh. I wish he had a big dick. I wish he had the dick of the guy I used to be with. I love him, but this small dick shit, damn, bruh. Oh man, I ain't trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm just, you know, telling the truth. But it's like I said in the video, like girls, you know, girls will. In fact, it's funny. I don't know if I posted this shit on my community post, but I was on Twitter and I saw this girl, and she made a I wonder if I got that shit, bruh. Did I keep that shit? I better not go in that folder. I better not go in there on stream. There's some weird stuff in that folder. But but it was a post on X, and when this girl, it was like kind of, you know how girls be joking on X, but you know it was real. And she was saying like basically she was upset how she fell in love with a guy who had a small dick, basically. She was like, she wished she would have known he had a small dick before she had like fell for him and all that. You know, but it was funny because it was that was exactly what I was talking about in that video. You know, girls aren't just these awful creatures, bro. Like they'll love you and they'll love you. They will love you and care about you and like your good traits, but they will hate your little dick. They will resent that shit. They will resent that shit, bro. Especially if they know better. If they had that ex-boyfriend that was just right, and you sitting there like you think they not that shit don't matter. That shit, bruh. That's the craziest thing ever. Like people just be trying to cope. And look, like I always say, bruh, what the fuck I got this to sit here and try to be pessimistic for it, bro. I told you I ain't got shit to complain about. I'm happy, bro. I'm just telling you like it is. Sometimes the truth is just uncomfortable. The truth just hurts your feelings, but it is what it is, bro. That's what it's all about. Just accepting that. The sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. There's a lot of women out there, they love their husband, they love their boyfriend, but you know that right? But in the back of their mind, they thinking about this nigga. They thinking about this motherfucker. Shit. They thinking about him. Just be like that. Twitch is highly competitive when it comes to gaming content. There's always hot girl streamers and dudes with 10K viewers on YouTube. There's less competition. Yeah. Again, man, I'm not on Twitch expecting greatness, right? But I'm just grinding. I'm just putting the work in. You know, if I'm gonna be playing video games, I might as well just stream it too. You know, it's my philosophy. You take what's unproductive and make it productive. You know, I'm gonna play video games regardless, so I might as well stream it. You know, maybe I'll get a follower this week. Maybe I'll get 2. Who knows? And then before you know it, you got 100. You got 150. You got 200. You got 300. Right? Like I said, this week by itself, I got like 7. Right? Shit adds up. Shit adds up over time. So who knows? But again, I'm not looking at it like I'm gonna be the next Kai Cenat or some shit like that. It's just, you know, it's another social media platform. And then the other thing too, one of the guys that follow me on Twitch this week, I saw that same guy follow me on X. Right? So it's kind of the same shit. Some people found me on YouTube and then they looked at my other social media. You might find me on Twitch and then find my YouTube. You see, it's all connected. So it's all just part of the greater grind. So, you know, we putting up rookie numbers. That's fine. But we grinding. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, it's definitely super competitive though. It's man. Every time I get on Twitch, I be seeing like just all the and then they got like the fancies. They got like the fancy overlays and all that. You got the girls with the damn cleavage and right. Then you got the damn super streamers like Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross and whatnot. You see guys like that that's doing crazy numbers every day. It's just wild, bro. But again, man, it is what it is. I don't be tripping on that shit. I like my following and I just try to grow it, you know, the best I can. What do you think about eugenics? Eugenics nowadays, Marco. Eugenics. That's not really something I think about. It's not really something I think about. I don't really see myself reproducing anytime soon. Eugenics. Eugenics worldwide believe that they could perfect human beings and eliminate so-called social ills through genetics and heredity. They believe the use of methods such as involuntary sterilization, segregation, and social exclusion would rid society of individuals deemed by them to be unfit. Damn, that's hardcore. Yeah, that's hardcore, man. But I don't know. It's like who's really practicing it? You know, or maybe it's kind of happening naturally with hypergamy. You know, feminism and the sexual revolution have allowed women to, date and fuck as they please, and obviously the most attractive men tend to have more options, have an easier time reproducing and things like that. So maybe we are experiencing like some sort of like natural occurring eugenics program in a way, right? Um, I ain't gonna lie though, it's kind of cool. We really should. We I just be honest with you. We really should practice something like that, but I think not in like a sterilize the peons type of way. What I'm saying is like get a get an organization and recruit people with favorable traits to reproduce and but then that's the problem though, is that the children, right? You can't force the children to continue the process. That's the problem. So it really is that's yeah. I think it just wouldn't work. You could get people to probably sign on to say, like, yeah, I want to have like the Ubermensch children or something. I want to have like super. Yeah, I'm gonna take my 10 out of 10 genes and get with this 10 out of 10 man or woman, and then we're going to. Yeah, I can see people being down for that, but it's like, what about the kids? I think once you have the kids, it would be weird to enforce that on them to continue the process. That's the problem with eugenics that I see. But like, I give you the perfect example of what I think is okay. Um, LeVar Ball, the father of the Ball brothers, who 2 out of 3 made it to the NBA. Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball. But LeVar Ball, he specifically married a tall woman to ensure, and I think she was a volleyball player too. So like he in a sense, and he was tall himself. In a sense, he practiced eugenics to ensure that his sons would have the genetics to be better basketball players. And so he specifically chose to be with a woman who was very tall. I think she's almost as tall as he is. So something like that, I like that. But then it's like you then to take your son and be like, you gotta do the same thing. Like that's when it gets weird, And you kind of look at LeBron James, right? His girl, his high school sweetheart, like she's short, like a average height or a short woman. And his son, Bronny James, he's not very tall. He made it to the NBA off of nepotism, which is cool with me, but he doesn't have the height. He like 6'3" or something. If his dad is like 6'7", like LeBron is like what, 6'8", 6'9", some shit like that. So you think about it, if LeBron would have been like, let me marry a tall, if he would have practiced eugenics, his son offspring probably would have been a better basketball player based off that. So again, I like the concept of it, but it's the generational aspect that's where the problem comes, right? Like, can you force the children to? That's where it gets weird. Right, that's where it gets real weird. But I guess just pairing up a very attractive people with good genetics and traits and getting them to have kids, I ain't gonna lie, like that's cool to me. That's cool to me. But the thing that concerns me is more so the advancements in technology that will enhance human ability. That's what really scares me because it's like, now I know this is kind of a fantasy example, but it's like the game Deus Ex, right? I'm sure you guys know. I'm sure you guys know the series, right? Let me see. Bring this up. Deus Ex, Deus Ex, the main character is always like augmented, right? Where they get like different abilities, like enhanced strength, eyesight, invisibility, right? Based on like this technology that, again, just enhances human ability. And like what kind of scares me is that if we start developing technology like that gap between the haves and the have nots gets even bigger, right? Like imagine they create like some sort of like supercomputer chip that can be inserted into the brain that enhances thinking and intelligence or whatever. But it's $1 million procedure, a $500 million procedure, right? Then naturally the people who can afford these operations or these enhancements, they're gonna have an even greater advantage over, the common man, over the population, over the people. Like that's really what concerns me more than anything is like the possibility of like human enhancement through technology and how only the people who can afford it will be able to enjoy that. And so like it's already this huge gap between us based on how much money you have. Now imagine you got the money and you got super strength and height and enhanced intelligence and focus, right? You got a chip in your brain where you ain't gotta sleep. Or some shit like that. Right? That's what really worries me. I ain't really too worried about the eugenics shit, but that's the type of shit I be worried about. I got this shit in my brain. I ain't gotta sleep. Motherfuckers grinding 24/7. Your ass gotta sleep. He ain't gotta eat no more. Right? Just crazy shit. Just crazy shit. I want my dollar piece. I just want Dollar Tree back. I want to be able to go to Dollar Tree with $5 and get four things. That's it, and then have some change left. That's all I want. Would you say you're naturally low in neuroticism? I have a theory that high inhibition stems from being high in neuroticism, which is almost entirely genetic. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's what I read. Mm. Oh, I see. Sism. Neuroticism is a personality trait describing susceptibility towards stress and negative emotions like fear, anger, and sadness. High neuroticism correlates with an increased risk for anxiety disorders and like depression, and many individuals the the struggle with poor no nope. Before, yes, absolutely. Like when I was a teenager and I would say somewhat in my early 20s, yeah. Cause I definitely struggled with depression when I was younger. But now, nah. My ability to regulate my emotions are very good. Very good. So but me and my friend, we were talking about like different traumas that that we had in high school, different issues, insecurities and whatnot. And I think sometimes, like, let's say for instance, what I'm saying, which is I was more neurotic when I was younger, and I'm not so much now. But during that period of neuroticism, certain things happened that still had an effect on me and how I behave and shit like that, right? And so like I'll give you like a good example. Um, Me being so introverted could be traced back to high neuroticism that I had as a child, as a teenager, right? Anxiety, stress, shit like that, poor emotional. Maybe you could, link that there. And then it's like I deal with those issues, right? I lower my neuroticism, but the introverted behavior remains. And so, like, one thing I notice about myself, right? Again, like when I'm out in public, I stay to myself. I'm really quiet, introverted. But when people talk to me or when I get opportunities to socialize, I can snap into it, right? Like instantly. And so, again, it's like maybe I'm more inhibited or introverted because of when I was more neurotic and going through those things. And some of that, I feel like some of that probably just stuck as far as like my behavior patterns. But when I need to do certain things, I can snap into it because I did put in the work to address my personal issues, emotional issues and shit like that. But again, it's like so much of who we are is shaped by our past. And so had I had a different upbringing, I probably would be more extroverted when I'm out and more talkative. And as far as like networking, talking to girls and shit like that, probably. So I think in a way, if you would describe me as being neurotic, at least when I was younger, even if I overcame that, it probably still had an effect on me as far as how I behave to this day. Um, Especially as far as like you said, like being high inhibition and shit. Like I'm still like pretty high inhibition, you know, when I think about it. Like as far as like especially like trusting people and shit like that. Like when I meet new people and they want to link up or do something, right? I can be hesitant to like do shit. And so all that can probably be traced back to, you know, the Chad Marco of the past. But, it is what it is. Why is content more appealing? I think to win at the streaming gaming, you have to put on a fake personality that appeals to the masses. Like content, you can tell he's fake. Well, I've never really looked at him like that. I don't know what he's doing and what he's not doing. Um, but yeah, he's right. But he's pretty much the king of streaming. But I do see what you're saying, though. I think you know, if you're the type of person that can sort of create a character and play into that, and I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing. It's kind of like it's kind of like the way Stone Cold described the Stone Cold character in wrestling, and it's like it was basically him being himself but amplified. And I've seen a lot of wrestlers say that, like they're like how their best character or gimmick would be themselves or a version of themselves, but just exaggerated and shit like that. And I think really again, I find it kind of impressive what like some of what these guys are able to do, right? Because again, sometimes it's just them taking who they are and just exaggerating like certain aspects of it, and whatnot. Um, like kind of like that guy I Show Speed, right? Every time I seen him, he was always just looking crazy and manic and shit like that. And then I seen one video where he was just cool talking like see like I was almost say normal, but it was just like a like you could tell like he ain't just some airhead going around doing shit. Like you could tell it's some right. Like there's some real intelligence there. But again, it's like when you know how to like take certain aspects of your character and exaggerate it and do little skits and shit. Like that's again, it's really a skill set. It's a skill set. So it is what it is. Um, and I think with me, kind of like what I was just talking about, like I still lean so much towards being introverted, and that doesn't help. With trying to be famous content creator, right? Because I tend not to do those extra things that other people would do, right? Like just for instance, other people they might like go out and I don't know like do do skits or collaborate with other content creators or whatnot. Things that my introverted nature just don't really allow me to do very often. It is what it is. Please tell me you stopped using Google. It's a good point. A set of beliefs and practices that aim to improve the genetic quality of a human body. Yeah, I mean, look, basically the same. Look, I get it. Same shit. It's basically the same thing. We put constraints on reproduction to be about intelligence. Oh yeah, throw that in there. Yeah, like IQ. I was just looking at it from like the most basic perspective, right? Illnesses and looking good, for sure. Become an android like Dr. Giro. Not like Dr. Giro. If I'm gonna become an android, like I'm not gonna make myself an old man. I mean, he was already an old man. But I'm just saying he could have put his brain in like a younger version, like a younger android or something. Goofy motherfucker. Right? I mean, you got the opportunity to be whatever you want to be. Take your brain, put it in some shit, and you just want to be your regular old man self with powers. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Let me actually get to neuroticism. The mad lads in the UK real quick. So I looked up this whole situation on Twitter. So let's look at some of the shit that's going on. Oh wait a minute, hold up. Oh boy, he about to talk in heavy British accent right now, bro. Oh, he about to go in. I can tell.
Video I've made, they've had 2 million, 3 million, 4 million views. Each time I've talked to protesters going out in the streets, I've appealed for calm, said that please don't commit violence. Do not attack individual police officers, because even though the police are oppressing us, we in Britain have been oppressed for decades by our own police force. They treat us totally different to how they treat the Muslim community, and the whole country and the whole world now know it. Yeah. So their option is to build me up as the face of it. All the riots are going on, all the trouble's going on, and then they want me to be the fall guy. All I've done is act as a journalist, and as a responsible journalist, I investigate everything I put out. I appealed for calm in all these demonstrations, and the last two events I've held, Alex, have had over 130,000 people involved and no arrests, no violence, no trouble, because we planned them, okay? What you're seeing now is not planned. It's like a rudderless ship. It is chaos in every town and city, and what Keir Starmer has done is pour petrol on the fire. They're talking about me stoking up. They're saying I'm stoking up. All I'm sharing is what's happening in each town and city and explaining why the British public are angry and giving them the reason why they're doing it and talking about it whilst condemning the violence at the same time. Now, what Keir Starmer's done and what their government's policy is failed to listen. They could have come out and said, like they've done with Black Lives Matter, okay? They could have come out and said, we fully understand your fears.
You know what? I gotta say, and I see what he's saying, bruh. Like, we gotta like stop the violence and all that. I don't mean to put his accent, but you say you got 130,000 people together and you ain't do shit. Right? This is why it's resulted in violence, bro. Because what, like, all y'all been doing, all people do, like, you get 10,000, 30,000, 70,000, and you like, yeah, we all came together peacefully, and then you don't do shit. Like, y'all got to figure out a plan, bro. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got to stop thinking like, oh, we just gonna protest and then shit gonna change, bro. Like, y'all got to do something. And I think that's why, like to sit here and to, like, try to completely separate yourself from the other side. And I get it, you're not the one calling for violence, but then to not even, like, what I'm saying is, bro, like, I ain't saying what you gotta do, because I know it's dangerous to officially back them up, right? But come on, bro. Like, if you got 100,000 people together, ain't nothing changed, then what? Then, like, what do you really expect? What do you expect motherfuckers to do?
We understand your anger. We need to work together as a country to solve this. They didn't. They come out, they arrested nans, they arrested mums, they beat and threw English women on the floor. They tried to crush anyone standing up to talk about fears for their children. That's what they done. And they labelled every single person involved in any of these protests as far right.
While other networks lie to you about
My God.
what's happening now. Info.
Yeah, I don't know who this Tommy Robinson guy is, but he seems to be doing an interview with Alex Jones. I never heard of him before. I wonder what'll come up if I were to search for his name. I bet like some crazy shit, right? Let's see. Better known as Tommy Robinson, is a British anti-Islam campaigner, convicted criminal, and one of the UK's most prominent far-right activists. He was a political advisor to former UK Independence Party leader Jared Baden, Luton, United Kingdom, 570. No wonder he mad. I'm sorry, manlet joke. I'm sorry. Tommy Robinson stokes far-right riots on social media from outside UK. Tommy Robinson has been accused of stoking far-right riots following the Southport knife attack from afar after he left the UK last week. The High Court was held on Monday. The anti-Islam activist, whose real name is Stephen Laxley Lennon, had left the country after being released on unconditional bail following his arrest in Kent the previous weekend. A fresh warrant was issued for the English Defence League founder's arrest after he did not attend a scheduled hearing in a contempt of court case. But in the days since, Robinson has been regularly posting about the ongoing wave of disorder on social media. The 41-year-old has been publishing running commentary and videos documenting the riots, describing the disorder as a result of legitimate concerns and calling for mass deportations. Campaigners have accused Robinson of playing an important role in inciting violence directed at ethnic minority groups. There's no doubt that Tommy Robinson's social media is playing a really important role in these far-right demos, a spokesperson for Hope Not Hate told The Independent. Tommy Robinson's reach has grown since his X account was reinstated last year. His last two demos in London have attracted tens of thousands of people, and his X following is now over 800,000 people. I wonder why. Meaning he once again has an enormous reach out online. After Monday's horrific attack, Tommy Robinson was regularly tweeting, calling Islam a mental health issue, sharing videos of disorder, and encouraging to join future demonstrations. One said, "Get there and show your support. People need to rise up." We know that he was influential in Tuesday's disturbance in Southport. Rioters were chanting Tommy Robinson's name and "Who the fuck is Allah?" These are chants regularly heard at far-right demonstrations. Damn. You know, I've seen people mention that, people have been using this knife attack as an excuse to attack Muslims and Islam. Apparently the guy who did the attack was actually like a black guy with I think like him and his parents were like Rwandan or something, but I think he was born in Britain. But I think what people fail to understand about this situation is that white people have been noticing these types of incidents for years, right? They've seen way too many times where during like mass immigration or because of mass immigration and these foreigners coming, a lot of them, not all, not even a majority, but they commit rapes, robberies, crimes. Like there's a lot of people don't realize. I can say they don't realize. Like motherfuckers know, right? But the fact is, like they've seen these foreigners come into their country, and there just been too many instances of violence. There's been too many instances of violence targeted against them. And I think now it just all kind of come to a head, right? Where they're sick of it. They're just sick of the shit. And that's why they're acting out like this. That's why they're protesting like this. That's why it's gotten violent. You know, they're sick of it happening, you know? And I think any other race would feel exactly the way that they do. You know, if you were an African country and where the people were predominantly African or predominantly black, and then you have wave after wave of white men coming in, right? And then let's say again, not even the majority of them are causing problems, but then you have like lynchings and shit, like white people lynching blacks or lynching Africans. You think that they wouldn't be pissed off? Right? You think the Islamic community, the Muslims, the people in the middle, whatever, if white people or black people, or if we're, again, coming by the wave after wave, and then every week, oh, there's another rape, there's another murder, there's another shooting, there's another robbery, you think they wouldn't get fed up with this shit? You know, that's why, again, just being honest, like, as I watch this shit, I don't blame them. I don't blame. I think it's real. It's so fucked up and it's so unfair how people have put it on white people to accept and tolerate things that nobody else would be expected to tolerate, that nobody else would be expected to accept. Right? If the shoe was on the other foot and it was white people doing it in somebody else's country or predominantly, then it would be a completely different narrative, right? Then it would be a narrative of the Muslims protecting their country from the racist far right white men who came to colonize, right? But that's why, again, when I see this shit, it's just like I see why they feel that way. I think anybody would feel that way, right? You were once the predominant majority of your country, and then little by little, you see that being chipped away at, you know. And I'm starting to realize that really diversity, as we see it now, it's colonialism against white people. Diversity is colonialism against white people. Point blank, period. Let's call it what it is. You know, white people have no right to their own country, to their own culture, or anything like that. They are shouldered with the expectation and the responsibility to accommodate everybody else who would never want to accommodate them in the same way, right? And I mentioned this before, like, you know, how many of those predominantly Muslim countries, Islamic countries, would welcome Christians to come in and set up shop and create churches and bring feminism and LGBT, right? Like, how many of them would accept that, right? You see, but then white people are expected to just take in and, you know, and accept their culture and and again, like, I don't even, like, to me, I don't look at it like good versus bad or anything like that. I think it's just more so what we're seeing is the toxicity of diversity and how it just doesn't work, at least not the way we've been trying to implement it, which a lot of people would say is really by design, right? By our politicians and the elites who who might be orchestrating all this discourse and division, because the elites, they benefit from this type of division. You don't want a unified country of all white men or all, but like you benefit from keeping people divided like this, having it red versus blue, Muslim versus white. They benefit from that shit. Because then you can turn one side against the other, and you just sit back and, watch them tear each other up and then start arresting motherfuckers. But man, it's been long overdue. it's been long overdue. And I put it like this, right? Like, let's look at it on a smaller scale. Let's say you have a home. And it's a Christian household, right? And you got certain rules, you got certain beliefs. And then you're expected to take in atheists or Muslims, whatever the case may be. And you're expected to occupy the same household. There's gonna be problems because you have drastically different ideas and views. It's like there is inevitably gonna be issues when you try to blend people with extremely different viewpoints and perspectives and beliefs. Like it's damn near inevitable that you're gonna have problems like that. And again, it's not you're bad, I'm good. It's just we're too different. Is that like the differences are too extreme for us to coexist, and they're trying to force coexistence between two extremely different cultures and belief systems, and it's just that, like, that's the problem. They're trying to force what really just should not be forced. And again, like I said, they wouldn't want that shit where they from. But and that's why, again, man, I don't like the division. I don't like the violence, but I believe that it is a necessity that white people let go of that guilt. They gotta let go of white guilt. They gotta let go of that shit. You gotta let go, and you gotta call shit out for what it is, right? They don't want you in their country, so why the fuck would you sit here and just bend over backwards for them, right? And obviously we see it ain't working. It's not working. But that being said, it's too late. Y'all waited too long. Y'all waited too long. It ain't. I'm gonna say that too. It's too late. It's probably too late. Like, y'all would have to go to a whole different level, like literal civil war type shit. Cause it's too late. It's not about to be no deportations or none of that. You might well forget about that shit. I know y'all mad, but y'all waited too long. Y'all waited too long for that shit. It's over with. That shit over, bro. Like, ain't about to be no damn deportations. Y'all are fucked. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all are fucked. Unless you willing to go next level. The English will not stand for this. Civil war is coming to the UK because the government is siding against the people. This is exactly what the globalists wanted, and mass immigration is how they did it. Damn. Mass Muslims attacking the public again. This time in Sheffield. Watch as they rip his English flag from him following the assault. You got me. What? Damn. White man, y'all looking bad out here. I'ma just be honest, y'all looking bad out here. Y'all taking some L's, bro. Damn. How y'all let it get this bad, bro? How y'all let it get this bad? Y'all getting beat up in the street. Y'all getting jumped in the street. That shit rough, bruh. Y'all through. Mob of Muslim military-aged males in black bloc patrolling the streets of boats in Greater Manchester in England. This is not a civil war in the UK. This is the next phase of an invasion and land grab. They have been sent to conquer territory. Y'all niggas is fucked, bro. Bro, y'all ain't, and y'all not like them. Y'all not like them, bro. Y'all not like them. And this is why y'all really fucked, because they gonna put the police and the military against you, because the narrative is gonna be that like they're just fighting against the racism and the bigotry of the white man, right? They gonna basically, whatever narrative you want to buy into, they gonna take their side, right? And y'all not built like, y'all not built like that, bro. Look at them. Y'all not built like that. Look at this motherfucker, man. This one Muslim could take 100 of y'all, bro. I'm sorry, y'all done, bro. Y'all is done. I'm saying that as somebody, I hate that shit. I hate that shit. You know, I hate how they really fucked y'all in y'all own country, bro. Because, you know, I know these guys feel like they're doing the right thing, but the fact is, if they were where they were from, if they were home, they wouldn't want what y'all are going through. They wouldn't want a bunch of white men coming and then some of them are committing crime. They would do the same shit y'all doing. I promise you. And worse, they would have been on y'all ass. Y'all would have been getting it early. This one, bruh, y'all through. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, I'm glad white guys are finally standing up for themselves and being like, this isn't right, cool. But y'all waited way too long, bruh. Like, y'all not like this. Bruh. Oh my God, bruh. And and this is why y'all really lost. They got the narrative on their side. They got the narrative. They got the government. They got the police. They got the military. And they got the support globally. Cause most people gonna look at it like, oh, y'all just the racist white men who hate brown people. That's what's gonna be. Y'all are batting into it. I can't wait to see how they react. Like, what are they gonna do? I can't wait. This is some crazy shit. You know, I told y'all before, I love a spectacle, so I hate to seem so excited, but this is some spectacle type shit right here, bro. This is what happens when the government takes your guns. Hey, remember that one. Remember that one. Why has the entire royal family been completely silent? They don't give a fuck, bro. They ain't. And that's the thing, like that's the thing, bro. Like the wealthiest people, they're insulated from this. They're insulated. They're insulated from all this diversity shit, right? Because it's a class issue, right? So they, you know, they're at the upper echelon of society. They don't have to deal with, like, they don't have to worry about their children being raped or killed or attacked. They don't have to worry about that shit. That's y'all problem. They bring them in, but it's y'all problem. That's what really sucks about that shit. The people who allow this shit to happen, this mass immigrant, like, they're not affected. Like, it's just like in America, the people who busted the borders wide open, they don't have to go to Walmart and see 1,000 Mexicans in the buses and shit. They're not competing with them for jobs. Right? So it's like the people who do it are not affected by it. And then when you speak up about it, they're going to arrest you. They're going to label you a racist and do this and do that. You're fucked. Coming to America in Kamala's first term, if she successfully steals 2024, coming to America. I mean, but America is already cooked, to be fair, because we've adopted and accepted the identity of a melting pot, diverse country anyway, right? Our best bet is just to figure out how to make what we got work, you know. But you got countries out there that haven't gone to the extremes of Great Britain and whatnot. And they need to look at this and right, and take notes, right? You see countries like Japan, like and whatnot, that are extremely homogenous. And the Japanese have even been described as being like xenophobic and things like that. But it's been to their benefit. It's been because they have some of the lowest crime rates and stuff in the world. And they don't have to deal like that. What I'm realizing is that one of the great things about having a homogenous society where a black country for black people, an Asian country for Asian people, is that you don't have to deal with those racial issues. You have issues, but you don't have to deal with what the fuck they're dealing with, right? Because we're all Japanese, we're all black, so any issue we had, like, again, it can be problems, but at least you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with racial division. The Brits better pull their heads out and start fighting back. This is sad. Try that shit in this small American town, bruh. Don't even go there. Not hard when the PM of the country sides with them, actively allows it and punishes those who try to stop it. Yeah, y'all cook, boy. Meanwhile, the British government says nothing against these groups and focuses entirely on the native Brit. Yeah, that's wild too, bro. Like, the government has identified the native population as the problem. That is the craziest shit. That's the craziest shit. Like, even if you want to say, even if like you want to just say, oh, these guys are wrong, they're the bad guys, it's still weird when you think about it, right? Because how is it that the political powers of your country, which are supposed to rise from the people themselves, have turned against the very people that they're supposed to serve and protect? Like, that's bonkers when you think about it. That's crazy, man. Right, but then that kind of ties into the whole idea of, like, global agendas and whatnot. They're not serving the country. They're a coalition of global elites who have their own agenda that they want to enforce upon all the countries that they have control over, that they have influence over. It's not about the people. It's about the inner circle of, the global elites and what they want. Britons went along with their government while the invasion happened. They did not stop it politically. They went along with the vax mandate. They went along with NATO and Russia and with supporting Israel. Now the response to it, rather than being political, is a counter reaction from street thugs. Then the government would step in and enact the state security what is that? No one would leave, no one would come in. CBDC, control of weather and food. The globalist agenda would be implemented. This is the plan. Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah. But you can kind of understand, right, how people can get caught up trying to be nice, right? Trying to be, yeah, like, we welcome the refugees and You ever see like those pictures of the white women with the signs and shit? Refugees welcome. Right? But even if you knew better, what was gonna happen? You were just gonna get labeled a racist. And you know what? I think also people kind of put too much or give the general population like too much credit as far as like what type of real authority they have. You think about it, a lot of things happen that the people don't support, but it happens anyway. Because what the fuck are we gonna do? Because the second you try to get violent and do anything by force, you're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get locked up. You like look at January 6th, right? The second shit gets real, they just gonna lock you up. Unless you got enough support and unity to where, they can't shut it down like that. You're, at best, you're just going to get locked up. punk step up to get beat down. Like, that's all that's gonna happen. Civil war is a population against itself. This, if it happens, is a conflict between foreigners who were given the opportunity to adapt to the land they came to and didn't. Instead, they fought to end that culture. This needs a new term if it happens. Hey, there's Nick Fuentes. What a guy. Now it's time to have that Second Amendment discussion. Oh yeah. Man, these are fun times. Oh boy. Mobs of mass Muslims running through the streets of Middleborough attacking white people with weapons. Where are the police? Why are you ignoring the facts? I better be careful about what I'm playing here too. Cause this shit look pretty violent. My bad, YouTube. I'll be careful. It's like a civil war right now in the UK. This dude dipping, bro. See, look. This why y'all gonna get y'all ass whooped. Like, look how spread out y'all. See, y'all ain't y'all. Look at y'all. Like, y'all all spread out in space. Right? So if I'm thinking, man, let me go ahead and get one of these guys. Like, I'm gonna get him right there. You see that one? I'm gonna get him. By the time I done knocked him off on his ass, like it'll take y'all too long to get to me. I can get him and see y'all not built for this. Y'all too late, Dick. All spaced out and shit. Y'all get grabbed, pulled into an alley somewhere, wouldn't even know it. They were tight formation, all black, so they know who is who. They got they uniform. Y'all out there, yup, man. Y'all, bro. Look at that. Come on, bruh. Y'all look at like he don't. Bruh. So y'all just gonna have him out there by himself on the damn front line. Y'all got Arthur out here, but like damn near by himself. And look at that. Bruh, oh, God, my Lord. God, what's she out here for? Oh my God, bro. Come on, bro. All due respect to the women that serve. All due respect, but come on, bro. Like, do you really want to be out here? Do you really want to be out here with all this testosterone, bro? I mean, come on, bro. Like, do we have any? Oh man, bro. it's all right to sit, you know, to sit some of these out. You ain't got, come on, bro. Because if something happen, I don't want nothing to happen to you. That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to get hurt. It's real out here. Bruh, look at y'all, man, cook. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Somebody threw something at the cop. Leave the cops alone, man. Ooh, bro, that's wild. Oh man, that is so wild. Oh Lord, they don't set the vehicles on fire. Is the UK heading towards civil war? 3 children were brutally murdered by Axel Ruda Cubana. A 17-year-old born to Rwandan parents in Cardiff. The police in action sparked mass riots across half the country. Protests and counter demonstrations have taken place in Liverpool, Bristol, Manchester, Leeds, Belfast, Stoke, and Nottingham. Migrants are also responding with acid attacks and hammer assaults during counter protests, leaving the police overwhelmed. And Ganter, welcome to the stream, man. Oh boy. Violence is a mid strategy. If you really want to make a change, you need to make the enemy's pocketbook start. That's what I always say. Like, if you like, I always look at the trucker protests in Canada as a perfect example. Like, that was some heavy shit right there, bro. Like, if you get you got to get the essential workers to get on board and then just not show up to work, right? Because it's just like, what happens when, you know, what happens when there's nobody running the grocery store, nobody running the gas stations, nobody running, doing the plumbing, the electricity? What happens, right? You got to shut shit down, bro. You got to starve the system. Because really all this, because again, like, violence, the violent route only really works when you get the military and police on your side. If it's not bad enough to get the military and the police on your side, you're just gonna get shot the fuck up. You're gonna get shot up, arrested, and all that, right? Or you have to have such overwhelming numbers that even the military and the police can't handle it, and they don't have that. It's not, like, they don't even have. They barely got kitchen knives. They barely got kitchen knives, And the migrants, what they got acid attacks. So you got Reptile out there. They got hammer assault. So you got Thor. And what y'all got? Y'all throwing bricks and waving flags again, man. But yeah, if I had, I think a better strategy would just, you gotta shut the shit down, bro. You gotta shut shit down. Don't nobody show up to work. If you gotta starve a little bit, starve a little bit. But I ain't standing like it's some simple shit. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but you gotta get the people united. You gotta get the people united, and then you can't participate in the system as much as you can. Elon Musk is right. Civil war in the UK is inevitable. No amount of shaming and condemnation will address the underlying causes of the unrest. Just make it worse. Two-tiered policing is only getting worse. I would say this is a civil war in the UK, but these are illegal alien Muslim invaders that don't belong there to begin with. They were imported for strategic chaos, used to trigger mass civil violence for a justification to launch a police state. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, because I've seen people speculate that even this is what the political elite wanted, right? They wanted all this violence and chaos so that they could implement, basically a greater stranglehold on the population, right? We got to step in with the military. We need to arrest these people. And then you think about it, the most outspoken individuals, they're going to get taken out. That's why they're targeting that other guy. What's his name? Tommy Robinson. That's why they're targeting, because this is the opportunity to get the big heads, right? To get the people that are able to amass a following and have an influence. Now you can get them. Now you can justify taking them out too. Muslim patrol groups are hunting down white people. Meanwhile, the prime minister promises those protesting the forced mass migration will live to regret it.
Be in no doubt, those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law. The police will be making arrests, individuals will be held on remand, charges will follow, and convictions will follow. I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online and then running away themselves. This is not protest. It is organised, violent thuggery, and it has no place on our streets or online.
Or online. Think about that. He ain't just mentioning the shit going on in the streets. They trying to get everybody who's supporting it, whether they on the street or whether they on a goddamn computer. You gotta think about that. They trying to get everybody, bro. Like if your ass decide to step off that porch, you better be ready, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you better be ready to get locked up, ready to get killed, anything, bro. And he ain't playing. I'm telling you right now, he ain't playing. Like, when you hop off that porch, you better be ready for that shit. He's dead serious. Like, they would love to have your ass locked up. Put your ass in a damn shoebox. They would love that, boy. Like, y'all hitting, you better hit hard. Cause if you don't come out on top of this, they gonna get your ass. I'll tell you right now.
Trouble it looked like and looked very
Armed migrants walked behind a reporter as she discusses far right protesters.
did it. Then there was this, as I say, clash between protesters and the police, and that is when they then ran off across the park here.
Look at these dudes. What is that, a sword? What the
big
hell?
group ran off.
What's that?
Looking for trouble, it looked like.
This, dude, I don't even know what that is. What the fuck is that? Is that like a modified gardening tool? Like, are the Britons that damn cooked? Y'all can't even have a hoe? They had to make. What the heck, bro?
So we're just going to step
What is
away
that?
from this group behind us, but a lot of disorder here.
Hey, you saw how they moved the camera. They were like, oh. Yeah, man, y'all wild, boy. Y'all wild. The colonialists are in the colonies, not the UK. American history has always been about immigrants coming over. England, on the other hand, is different. Shit looks crazy. I'd probably be a neat chilling. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm black, so this ain't my fight. I'm black, so this ain't even my fight, so what I look like turning up. This on the white man. This y'all fight. This y'all battle. Right? I ain't gonna lie. I'm rooting for y'all. I ain't gonna, cause that whole diversity bullshit, mass immigration, I'm not with that. I don't like that. Like they did y'all dirty. Like period. They did y'all dirty. They did y'all dirty. They did us dirty. They did. We got the same shit. It's just different because, again, America just is so established as a melting pot, for so long. Like you got some of everything over here. So I don't know. I just think it feels different over here, right? And then on top of that, like the mass immigration we're dealing with is like Mexicans, and like things haven't really, I guess, boiled over to that point, right? Like we've had situations like illegal immigrants raping women and killing, like, so we could be getting there. We could be getting there, but I don't know. Like, I don't really feel that same heat like they got going on over there. Maybe we can't afford to because all the guns and shit. Like, maybe it's understood. Like, once you get to that point, it's gonna be, if we get to this level, oh man, like we got nunchucks, we got swords, man, we got ARs, pistols, shotguns, baseball bats. We ain't got none of them stupid ass British laws, bro. Like if shit get that hot over here, my lord, it's over with. That is why gun rights are important. They clearly can't depend on the police there. Most, if not all, Western states would fall under civil wars in due time. The left will portray it as the domestic version of the war on terror, but there will be civil wars, and the illegal aliens will fight with other minorities and affiliated whites against the factional and anathema of the Marxists and Islamists. I'm staying my ass in the house. I'm going to tell you like that. I'm staying my ass in the house. I'm staying my ass in the house. If I was black in an African country, then I would probably be more inclined to participate in some shit like this. But, being a black man in America, which is still a predominantly white country, I don't see how I can really get that motivated to like for what? I'm in the camp of enjoy the decline the best you can. I'm committed to comfy. That's what I am. No one's going to save them. This mass immigration of radical Muslims started with Pakistanis in 1946 and then other countries. It's too late for UK. The entire system is rotten. Sharia for the UK. Damn, look at this guy right here. Lord. People don't think about shit like that. I know, like, there's always been talk of like Sharia for UK and if that could really happen, but look, policy at the end of the day is gonna be based on who's the majority and who got the power in Parliament or Congress, whatever the case may be, right? Y'all must not have thought that far ahead, but shit, what happens if y'all get out reproduced by another? And again, this isn't anti-Muslim, anti-Islam. It's a cultural difference. Like, just for instance, if you're a white feminist woman or something, right? You enjoy the fruits of feminism and female liberation. Well, you got to understand how that's not in line with, the beliefs regarding women in a lot of the countries these men come from. So it's like, why would you want these men coming to your country when they have a completely different view of a woman's role in society? And again, it's not you're bad, they're good. It's just we don't see shit the same way. But y'all keep trying to force. Y'all think it's just going to be sweet to just try to mix everybody together. It don't work like that. If they could have their way, they would have Sharia for, yes. If you said, would you guys want Sharia for, they would be like, yeah, of course. Fuck y'all. Right? It doesn't make them bad. But when you bend over and say, fuck me, then what do you think is going to happen? Starmer is our very own Biden. He's going to see our country totally ruined. This is where you can't tell the people. They have to be shown it's happening. We have 4 years, and this is only 1 month in. Damn. Oh, yeah, he just got in. This will not end well. Israel started civil war in the UK. Bruh, are y'all out there with fireworks? Bruh, oh my God, dude. Y'all are so cucked and fucked. y'all out there with fireworks, bruh. Dude, y'all might as well get some damn plastic lightsabers out the damn toy section in the store, bruh. I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Like if somebody aimed some fireworks against me, I dip too though. That shit loud, boom, bada, boom. I'll be like, hell no. My God. That's that's pretty cheeky. Don't mess with that group of white people. I'm gonna tell you right now. don't mess with that one. They deep. They body to body. they chucking shit. Don't get caught up in that one. That ain't the one to fuck with. I'm gonna tell you right now. The melanin in my skin just got activated. Right, my melanin senses going off. That ain't the group to fuck with right there. Damn. That's literally the uprising of the white men. The uprising of the white man. This is what happens when you betray your own people. They rise up. Yeah, I mean, they had, like, dude, a lot of us, we've been betrayed by our own government, even in America, bro. Like that, the way they bust that goddamn border open, bro, like that's straight up betrayal, bro. Every time I go to Walmart and I see them damn Mexicans, bro, and I don't have anything against them, like it ain't like I don't hate them, right? They just taking advantage of the opportunity. Like I said, if your government and your country says just bends over and says fuck me, what do you expect, right? But when I see them, it's just a reminder of how we were betrayed by our own government, bro. Like that's why that shit upsets me, bro. Right? I don't really give a fuck about them specifically, you know. It's just the fact that they represent the betrayal of our government against his own people, you know. Like as far as my neighborhood and shit like that, I ain't seen no Mexicans doing no crime or nothing like that. So again, I'm not saying it from that perspective. It's just like, you know, we all know the negative effects of mass immigration on, you know, the general population and stuff like that. You know, like when you like they had that picture that showed that you know, this illegal immigrant from Venezuela had like $14,000 in food stamps and 5,000 cash, right? Crazy shit. And you know who paying for that? Like taxpayers are paying for that shit. That's what's so crazy. That's why I say it's betrayal, bro. Straight up. Those police should be ashamed of themselves supporting a tyrannical government. Well, I don't know how true this is, but I heard once that like when you're signing up to be a police officer, they don't want people who are too smart. They don't like, and it kind of makes sense. Like you want somebody that's gonna, blindly follow orders. You don't want free thinkers to be police officers and shit like that. Cause then they'll be liable to take the uniform off and join the people. This is what happens when you gaslight and shame British citizens to accept animals as people. Oh, well, hey now. Whoa. We gotta. That's mean. Who have no intentions of assimilating. Then the government says you're a right winger if you do not accept their woke policies at the expense of the British family. Yeah. Don't call them animals. They're not animals. They're people. It's just, again, y'all just different. It's just it. It's you trying to get radically different people to coexist, and it doesn't always work out like that. It just doesn't. The people are fed up. They are fighting back. It's been brewing under the surface here for a while. It takes a lot to stir us Brits to do anything like this. We're very, very calm usually, so this is serious. Damn. Illegal immigrants are getting that much in NEET bucks. NEET bucks. Was born here. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. They showed a receipt, and it showed that because the story was that it was an illegal Venezuelan immigrant, and she went to a store, and she had a card and everything, and the person that was ringing her up, they saw her receipt, and they couldn't believe it, so they took a picture, and it had 14. I think, in fact, hold up, let me see. Let me see if I got that damn picture. Let me see if I got that picture. I had to put the face cam back up because I'm going through my folders. Some crazy shit in them folders. Let me see if I can find that shit real quick. Hold up. Type, date. Okay. Hopefully I still got it. Let me see. Damn, I might have tossed it. I might have tossed it. Yeah. Damn. Damn, she got a fat ass, boy. No wonder I saved that picture. Okay. I don't think I got it no more, though. Unfortunately. I had it. That shit gone now. But yeah, it was a receipt. And it showed maybe I can find it on X. That's where I found it the first time. So maybe I can find it there. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah. I think I got it. All right. Let's bring this baby back up. So that's it right there. My friend was behind a Venezuela woman in the line at store. The woman left her receipt. Look at this chat here. I can't get EBT, and look at the cash balance. We let them tell us is no help though. So you see there, damn. $13,401 EBT balance. EBT cash balance $4,498.85. She spent $24. Oh boy. Yeah. And where you think that money coming from? Not from me, I don't work, but I'm talking like I'm a damn taxpayer. The UK needs mass deportation of all non-European. Not gonna, and this is what y'all got to realize, bro. That shit not gonna happen. I get y'all upset, but that ain't gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you right now. That ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The UK citizens fighting the police only give the UK politicians exactly what they want, or reason to crack down on all the good citizens of the UK. But then it's like I get what they be saying, but then it's like, what else are you gonna do? What what's your plan? Right? Because it's really like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? How far did doing nothing get you? Right? Well, here's another 500,000 foreigners, or here's another. So what are you going to do? That's the thing. Like, everybody want to talk that talk, but then it's like, okay, what's your plan? Oh, do nothing? Well, shut the fuck up. It's the same result either way. It's the same result either way. At least in just in one of them, you fight back, actually. Yes, thank you, Starfish Prime. UK citizens not fighting back also gives politicians what they want. May as well do something rather than nothing. Yeah, come on, bruh. That's all I'm saying, though, bruh. Like, they win if you do nothing. They win if you fight back. But if you fight back, you got a chance, but it's got to be, you got to have the numbers on your side, and you got to have strategy too. It ain't just about throwing bricks in the street. Like I said, you want to take down the system, you got to starve the system, right? People have to come together and stop participating in society. Really, I think, the white people who have sense and a sense of self-preservation, they should just self-segregate the best they can. That's what because it's not going to be mass deportations. Let's take that, ball it up, throw it out the window. Like that. Let me tell you right now, that ain't happening. Probably the best thing they could do is just come together and just self-segregate the best they can. Like just I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, bro. But like, you kind of got to you have to embrace, a certain degree of like just separatism, Cause that's other than that, what's she gonna do? They're not about to deport no damn body. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Y'all ain't got one gun. Y'all ain't got one bullet to your name. You think it's about to be some deportations? That's a good ass banana. But fight they must. That's some weird shit going on. Someone was big mad to throw a garbage can that far. Yeah, damn. I didn't even think about that. I was just looking at it like, oh shit, garbage can. But nah, he chucked that bitch. Oh God. I don't think I can show that one. They were just beating the hell out of somebody with sticks. Numerous clashes between British patriots on the one hand and anti-fascists and Islamists on the other. The climate in the United Kingdom is totally civil war. It's kind of wild that the British people kind of turned up before anybody else, though, because they're like known for being polite society. It's bizarre that the UK is in a state of near civil war over left-wing policies, high immigration, illegal immigration, two-tier policing, and courts, yet this far-left traitor of the people has just been elected with a huge majority. He is entirely against the British people. Well, he's against the British people who are not for foreigners being dumped into their country. You know, if you're gonna go along with it, I'm sure he loves you to death. Europe should give shelter to British people. The island may become Muslim country. This would fail and the Muslims will leave. This may last some decades, as history teaches us. All this should be a lesson to learn.
No tolerance. I got my own deen. You got your own deen. You got your democracy. We got our own sharia. You got your own free mixing. We got our own nikah. Own cheating within the marketplace. Your own credit cards. We got our own economic system. We got our own foreign policy. We got our own deen.
The government by people. The government by people. That the legislators are human beings, not the creator of human beings. That is democracy. So if you mean by democracy that you come up with your own law and then you punish people according to this own law, if you call this democracy, then Islam outright rejects that. Because this kind of democracy entails injustice to human beings. You don't know what is suitable for them, Allah knows. Allah knows. So if you go on to contradict and oppose the revelation of Allah, then we say no democracy.
Makes sense. But again, I think, you know, I like this little clip because it illustrates what the issue is, right? This is a good example, right? What that guy just said is not necessarily wrong. It's a difference of beliefs. They base their justice system and their laws around their religious beliefs. Fine. That's cool. But most developed first world countries don't operate like that. Right? And so now that's where these issues come from. It's a difference of belief. Again, it's not you're bad, you're evil, right? They're different. You're too goddamn different. They just want to love Allah. That's, right? But if you don't share in that belief, then y'all ain't gonna be the vibe, man. The British have had enough of the fake refugees invading their country. This tension won't go away. It will only get worse. If the UK government continues to allow the invasion, civil war is likely. But civil war, you guys don't got not one gun. That's the problem I'm thinking, bro. Like, okay, but how far y'all gonna get with that? Y'all gonna beat each other up in the street, then what? It's it's gonna be like that scene in They Live when Roddy Piper fought Keith David in that back alley and they beat the hell out of each other, but then by the end of it, they're just tired. They ended up working together in the end. So maybe they'll be the outcome. But cause again, like what y'all talking about? Like I get it, civil war, right? But this flashlight is more dangerous than half the weapons they have available to them. So you got to think a little bit deeper than that. The British police are going door to door in Sunderland arresting people they suspect of crimes in connection. I told you they come to get you. Boom. How dare you protest? Foreign invaders. We are a diverse nation. We're going to bring in that's a woman too. Damn. Imagine what they're going to do to y'all men, bro. They're going to really put the foot up y'all ass, bro. Mosques have been targeted in Southport, Hartlepool, and Sunderland. Asian man walking alone was punched by a rioter in Hartlepool while others laughed at him. Asian Uber driver was attacked in Sunderland by a mob while a van driven by a white man was left alone. Hold up. Black passengers hid in the bus out of fear of thugs targeting them in Sunderland. Rioters chanting, "Who the fuck is..." I probably better not say that on YouTube. I gotta be careful. I be chilling too much. I be feeling like I'm just with the homies, but I'm on YouTube. Global homo. Police station and police cars torched. Shops looted and local residents scared to come out of their homes. None of the above has anything to do with the slain children of Southport illegal immigrants. It has everything to do with that. It has everything to do with that. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, we gotta be real. Like, you gotta understand. They're not just rioting because of this one incident. This is an accumulation of things. Like, bro, let me tell you, like, if you go to like a board like poll, they always be on top of these types of stories, right? White girls raped by migrants, and white men being robbed and killed by other whatever. Like, this shit has, y'all gotta understand, this shit has been happening for years, and it is an accumulation of incidents and events. And this was really just a big ass straw that broke the camel's back. I ain't gonna call it a straw because 3 murdered little girls, that's pretty serious. But if it was just this, it probably wouldn't have blew up the way that it did. This is the accumulation of rage and discontent with all the different things that these people have been subject to, forced to try to assimilate with a radically different culture, where some of these people have assaulted them, have killed them, have raped their people. Don't act like this one thing happened. Like this, right? There have been countless incidents, right, of them having to deal with criminal and evil actions targeted against them, right? And this was just the one that was like, okay, fuck this. A deep hatred for Muslims. It has everything to do with a deep hatred for Muslims and non-whites. Doesn't matter if you were born in the UK, and a criminal impulse to riot and loot. And again, I don't think they give a fuck about Muslims, to be honest with you. I think that they would just like to have their country and their culture the same way Muslims would like to have their countries and their cultures, right? That's really, look, some people really are just racist motherfuckers. I ain't gonna go there, right? But more than anything, what you guys have in common is that if you go to a Muslim country, they're not gonna say, yeah, bring hundreds of thousands and millions of white men, bring feminism, bring LGBT rights, bring Christianity, bring Jesus. So why the fuck would white people be like, bring Islam, bring Muslim, bring Sharia law, bring this? They don't want to deal with your shit, and you don't want to deal with their shit. It's fine. This is what people need to understand. It ain't about racism. It ain't about hate. I just don't want to deal with your shit. I don't want to be forced to deal with your bullshit, and you don't want to be forced to deal with my bullshit. You don't want rainbow flags and pride parades in Saudi Arabia or any of those other predominantly Muslim. You don't want that shit. That's what we do. To be honest, a lot of us don't even, but it is what it is, But still, like, again, man, like, that's really what people gotta understand, bro. I'm not saying that racism is not real. Like, some people just aren't just straight up racist, but this is primarily just an issue of cultures clashing, and they don't want to deal with your shit any more than you want to deal with theirs, right? But again, like I said, white people have been put in position where they're expected to accommodate everybody else at the expense of their people, their race, their culture, their beliefs. And the second you speak out against it, the second you say, no, I like being white and I like our culture and what we do, then you're automatically labeled a racist, when that would never be the case in the countries where these people are coming from. And we got to call that bullshit out. But even that being said, though, it's unfortunate that it's gotten to this point, because I can see, like, you know, being a black man in Britain, and now you got to be worried, like, you might just get jumped. You might get jumped off this shit. That's not cool, but this is why it should have you don't force diversity on people. That's why you don't force this shit. It's toxic, bro. Keep your ass where you at. It's just like, let's just say it. Keep your ass where the fuck you at. Damn. British patriots marched to Mosque of Sunderland. Similar protests are planned in many other British cities. UK one step away from a civil war. How is an illegal migrant getting better benefits than the people born? Man, I don't know. I don't have the answer of that one. That's crazy. I feel like it's almost like they just fucking with us. It's almost like they just, like, because you see how a lot of people believe that this whole situation in Britain is by design, right? Fuel the flames of civil unrest, create a civil war, create all these problems, and then you can swoop in and, oh, damn, that white girl was thick. Hold up. Hold up. Dude. Look at Tabitha right there. Damn. Okay. What was I talking about? Fuel the flames of unrest and civil discourse, then swoop in with your draconian laws of control, arresting people, monitoring people, surveilling people, scaring people from ever daring to lift a finger against the tyrannical government that wishes to implement their evil and controlling agendas against the people. Right? And so you look at that damn receipt, and it's just like, bro, like, they don't even make sense. It's like they're trying to piss people off. It's like they're trying to get people to act out. I thought this was a music channel. Look, man, we gotta be connected to the real issues at times. We gotta know what's going on. We gotta get political. I don't want my guys to just be, unaware of shit that's going on in the world. And look, we got our little comfy stations. We got our video games. Look, we good. We committed to the comfy. But you need to know what's going on, because one day they might be knocking on your door. They might be trying to get your shit. It's just like how they got that law in North Carolina right now where I can't even get on Pornhub without a VPN because of the whole ID. Like, they got this new law where, like, you got to have an ID or like a face scan to go to certain, like, adult websites and shit like that. Right? It's some shit going on in our governments and society that we need to know. Even if you're a NEET, hickey, this shit could affect you one day. I'm affected. I can't go to Pornhub without a VPN. This is an outrage. And you notice how, like, both sides, like, one side is trying to show what the white people are doing. The other side is trying to show what the Muslims or the black people are doing. They both fucking each other up. Let's be real. Oh, God. Protesters in UK begin looting stores as civil unrest continues. Oh, now this is America. I've never seen white people do that before. every time I've seen those clips of like people running the stores and stealing, it was always black people. Maybe a few Mexicans, but usually black people. But it's like even when they're looting, they do it in like a white people way. You know, like they all calm and shit. Look at them. And look, they just hanging out. Like you see, if you ever see like black people do it, like they run in there, they get they shit, they be dipping out, dropping stuff, falling. They're all orderly. Like let's just go in and grab what we need. Got a nice little bag, got a nice bag full of stuff. Dude, they do everything different, bro. They just walking in and walking out. No mask on. Oh boy. Some of these clips are pretty violent. I gotta make sure I don't. You know how YouTube is. Some of this shit. British patriots try to enter in Southport Mosque. UK one step away. Oh Lord, no. No. And they got like 5 cops out there. Y'all better get some more. They gave them some shields, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, them some good ass shields though. They be blocking them bricks. Civil war is breaking out in the UK. Are Americans ready for this? Oh, man. They created a civil war in this country. UK natives are at a real disadvantage in the looming civil war. They permitted their rifles to be taken and now face a foe well suited to knife fighting in the streets. And that's what this war would be. War the old way, people killing each other up close, that and lots of fire. Oh, damn. You can tell like that big one right there, he's like their berserker. You know how you got like a RPG party, right? You got to have the rogue, the wizard. That's the berserker right there. Give him the machete. This is the world's richest man commenting on a post from a Zionist. Oh, and stoking the fire that's already burning the UK. If he had a smidgen of decency, he would use his reach to call for peace and calm, not incite a civil war that Zionists would happily fund. Yeah, maybe. But maybe civil war is inevitable. Look, sometimes the shit just hit the fan, man, and you gotta call it what it is. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna die down, to be real with you. Like you can't maintain this much disorder, and I don't see them maintaining this. I don't see them really maintaining this for very long. They probably got about a week or two. If it gets crazier, I'd be surprised. Illegal immigrants chanting Allahu Akbar against British people who are protesting. UK is 1 inch away from a civil war. Damn. Xi Jinping parody. Great. Muslim guy has a point. Democracy does allow the government to make its laws based on what they want. Yeah, I mean, but really, again, it's a difference. Because, like some places, they practice separation of church and state. And so, of course, you got when you have an environment or a society and a culture where you have people of multiple religions and some people of no religion, how do you decide your laws? If you base it on one religion, that's not fair to the other religions, and especially not the people who are non-religious, right? And so that's kind of why we kind of operate like that. But in Islamic countries, again, the church is strong over there, right? So they don't go by that, right? They put their religion first and foremost as the law of the land. And it's a difference. It's just a difference in governance, right? I don't look at it as one being better or worse than the other. I just think it's just, different countries have a different approach to governing themselves, governing the people. But again, this is the problem when you try to blend all this shit together. It just don't always work. Marco can't keep up with music and cell culture when he's 50. UK going crazy right now. Yeah, it's some fun shit. Marco, switch to Linux, man. Why should I switch to Linux? Bro's comparing the Civil War in the UK to get it. Look, no, think about it. Think about it. This is what I'm saying. Right? Because the Civil War in the UK, one of the things you're going to see, and it's already been talked about, is they're not just targeting the people who are in the streets. They're going to be targeting people who are supporting this online, right? Now, go back to America. This ain't about Pornhub. This is about why they did that. And so a lot of us, we believe that this whole ID thing regarding going, visiting adult websites is going to be them tiptoeing towards normalizing a digital ID to use the internet, period. And so essentially, if it gets to that point, everything you do on the internet is going to be tied to your identity. It's going to be tied to your face, your ID, your name, whatever the case may be, right? And so that's why you need to be aware of what's going on as far as like these different agendas that are happening, because the things we see happening in the UK, Australia, Canada, the thing is a lot like they get the agendas pushed on them early. Like they're almost like the lab rats. And then we get it later. That's why you need to be aware of this shit. They start with them because they're ahead. Like the agendas are already pushed forward for them, right? Remember what they said before, like how the British people gave up their rifles. They gave up this, they gave up that. What do we see in America all the time, right? Talk about gun control, gun confiscation. I feel like I said that wrong. Right? And so when you look at different countries like Australia, Canada, Great Britain, where they gave up their weapons, that's a view into the future. And when you look at how they are developing like these hate speech laws and things like that, all that shit, you think they don't want that to be in America? You think there's any difference? Bro, they all are part of the same coalition. They all support the same agenda. America is just behind the ball. That's it. America just behind. We just a few steps behind everybody else. But a lot of the shit you see going on in different countries as far as like the control that the government has over the people is they want that here just as much. Why not? Because you gotta think about it. Look at NATO and our alliances with different countries, right? How we're cool with Canada, great, all these other places that are doing this shit. You never hear American politicians saying you should have a Second Amendment right in Canada. Think about that. Our politicians never try to get our allies to have the same rights that we do. They don't push for freedom of speech. They don't push for gun rights or none of that shit. The agenda is to take it away for everybody. We're just behind. That's it. America's supposed to be the big dog, so why aren't we like, hey, Canada, give your people guns. Hey, Canada, hate speech laws, that's not okay. Give them freedom of speech. That's not the intended goal. So what we're looking at right here, this is just, you ever seen how like a movie would come out in Japan and then they'll make an American version, like The Ring, and then, right? They'll like how the Ring came out in Japan, and they made an American version later. That's what it is. This is just the Great Britain version of what we gonna get later. This is the movie, and then we gonna get an American version later. Oh man, they deep. Did I see a white dude? Hold up. Hold up. Brad, Brad, you got some explaining to do. Maybe I'm tripping, but he looked pretty Caucasian. But you got to remember too, it's not as if all British white people are going to be on the side of the protesters too, right? Some of them, I'm sure a lot of them have like friends, family, lovers, you know, who are, I don't know, could have been migrants, another race, black, Middle Eastern, whatever the case may be, Indian, you know. So you shouldn't be too surprised. He probably like, I'm gonna roll with my Muslim bros. I wanted somebody point that out in the comments. I guess I'm the only one who gonna call Brad out, huh? It's all right, Brad. Do what you believe. Do what you believe in, man. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man. Politics affect minimum wages and and government benefits though. The most polite looters, no crack. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, white people do everything different. Too long to explain. Maybe I'm gonna open a Discord. Yeah, look, it ain't just about the porn. It ain't just because you can get a VPN, you know. But it's about the step-by-step process to implement tyranny. We live in a different time now. We don't live in a time where the government can just say, F you, I'm going to do what I want. If you notice, everything that the government tries to do to get greater control of the people, it comes with a justification first. And so the justification for the online digital ID is going to start with pornography. Oh, we're protecting the kids from being exposed to pornography. But then when you think about it, there are like a lot of the biggest, most popular websites have some degree of adult content. There's porn on X, right? X is one of the biggest social media platforms there is. And so what happens when you can say, oh, you got to have you got to face scan? Like I've seen on some of these porn sites that have gone along with it, they ask for an ID or even a fucking face scan. Think about that. You got a face scan before you watch porn, bruh. The game got fucked up. The game is fucked up, man. But then imagine, now to post on Twitter or X, face scan ID. And remember what Starmer was saying about the protesters. We're going to find you in the streets. We're going to find you online. And so if you have a digital online ID and it's connected to your face and your real life identification, it just makes it easier for them to track, identify, and hunt you the fuck down. So maybe you weren't even there, but you were supporting it. They say you were supporting the protest or you were inciting violence, right? They might create new laws, the incitement of violence law, right? So I just be trying to know what the fuck going on. And I miss Pornhub. How long we been on? 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's a good stream. I think we had a great day. Well, we had some great conversations. We looked into the Mad Lads of Great Britain. I hope everything works out for them. I'll be watching them closely. And I'll see, I'll be streaming on Twitch throughout the week. Maybe. Right? So make sure you guys check me out on Super Chat Marco Gaming on Twitch. Follow, subscribe, or whatever you do over there. Check out me on social media. And I hope you guys enjoyed that stream. And I will see you on the next one. So, Johnny.